15 years. It's been 10,000 years. Hello, welcome to the first session of Curse of Strahd, where you will be delving into Borovia with your characters. So let's go ahead and start off by setting the scene. For one reason or another, all 10 of you have been gathered to head off to Borovia in a stagecoach. You all have a variety of different reasons that have brought you over to there. Personal ambitions, things you're looking both to learn and to steal, perhaps. And, in general, trying to learn more information to achieve some end goal. You've heard rumors of powerful people, of darkness and shadows over there. And you all start off by boarding your stagecoach. It's a nice, comfortable journey over there. It's a little bit cramped as there is currently 10 occupants inside of here. We are missing one as the token wasn't there, and there we go. All just sitting in a circular formation all around from each other. But you are heading off to Borovia. It is your first time all meeting.
Oh, how long have you been in the stagecoach already? Did you just
It's just begun.
Okay. So I enter and I am immediately friends with everyone there. I love everyone. I go to the I look at the raccoon guy. I pay attention to him and say, "Hello, my furry friend. You look very soft. I like you. May I touch your head?"
Nah, let's skip that till we're better friends. How about that?
I look legitimately taken aback. Okay. Hello, my turtle friend. And I proceed to do that for a while.
Alright, does the turtle companion here react to this? Kalaka, since you're not really speaking, you can go ahead and type anything, and I'll just vocalize anything that you type for you. It's a nice, pleasant day out on the town right now. The turtle relents over and allows you to. They have the scent of chicken on them as you approach. It seems the poultry is just part of the permeating existence. All around, is there anybody else that is saying we're doing anything in this stagecoach ride, or are you riding in silence, staring wistfully off into the distance?
Wait, I'm next to the turtle, so I'm like practically sitting with smell of chicken the entire ride.
Yes, you smell bitter chicken. It's not a bad chicken scent, but it's raw chicken. The only kind of chicken that a real farmer would know.
Trying to size people up, gauge who's the most reliable here, who has maybe deepest pockets.
Evaluating the people around you. One thing that catch your eye is a creature without any seeming pockets that you see at the corner over there. A cat-like shadowy figure that's just kind of blending in with one of the shadows, merging in with it, and yet distinctly taking on the form of a cat. As things get more quiet down, the stagecoach at the front, their monkey actually goes in and steps on top of the turtle's head, just flying over with wings.
I'm joyful at that. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I try to touch him?
It just flies over to you as soon as you say that.
I hug him.
Hey, get back here! Hey,
I will protect you with my life.
Hey, don't protect him! It's a nuisance! Get over here! I'm sorry about that. Don't mind him. They're just... It's gonna be a long journey. We got a few hours, so get cozy in there.
Few hours, huh? Well, I suppose it's that a better time than any to get to know each other. Got a long ride.
You should find your time. I'm sure you're all aware, but people that go to Borovia aren't known for returning. So I best hope you know what you're going in there for.
Oh, it must be a very good place then.
You could say something like that. You see them tip their glasses down. A couple more hours pass by. Through the rain. Through some overland travel. Whether you're cozying up, sleeping, evaluating, or thinking simply about what's brought you up to this point. Your stagecoach driver says, "Yeah, there it is." As in front of you is this. The gates to Borovia.
Sure, it looks like a welcoming place.
Now, if any of you have any last-second considerations, this is your last chance. Otherwise, yippee-ki-yay, let's go. As they just proceed to move on forward.
How did the heads fall off?
It's a story a little bit long. It's lost to time, but they say these used to be the two rulers of Borovia, and well, they ain't there no more.
Wait, do you travel to Borovia?
I'm more of a exception, you could call it. Us Vistani, we get a little bit more consideration. But you don't look like a Vistani to me. You ain't got the bright colors for it. It's a fascinating tale, really. One I ain't going to tell you. Let's keep going.
Oh.
As they proceed to drive further and further in.
Those are big gates. Why are they so big?
Oh, this person? They are there inside, completely silent, as if their player character isn't controlling them right now. It's almost like an autonomous robot. You feel a distinct sense that talking to them will reveal nothing, do nothing, and that they will reappear randomly at an appropriately cinematic time.
As they do.
As they do. Now, I'm gonna let y'all fellas know. The stagecoach ain't airtight, so you're going to be starting to see things get a little bit misty soon. As that's precisely what happens. Not too much later afterward.
Ooh, I like mist. It's great for the nose.
We ain't going to like this one. They say that the mist in Borovia is a little bit maddening. You don't want to stay in it too long. You don't want to walk against it. You just want to keep moving forward. Now.
I'll pull up my scarf over my nose.
I breathe deep.
The misty air of Borovia does not taste nice. It's foul, almost in its very nature. Not enough to send you into a sickness, but enough to give a general discomforting feeling as the carriage continues on forward. The mist becomes deeper and deeper. It's becoming harder even to see the people who are in front of you. And as the mist gets even further, it becomes difficult even to see the stagecoach around you.
I try to fall asleep.
Not wanting to
even see the even the people around me.
You can see the two people to your immediate vicinity without too much of an issue, but the stagecoach itself is starting to become even harder and harder to see. And as the mist continues on, getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Eventually, that's when it seems to happen.
Oh, we fall down.
You take a look around you, and the stagecoach is completely gone.
Wait, what am I sitting on? Am I even sitting on anything?
You are not sitting on anything. You are currently standing, and your compatriots who were just in front of you right there, your stagecoach driver, no longer is there.
Do I just fall to the ground since I'm sleeping?
You are currently
Yeah.
resting on the ground.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh,
Ghost,
no.
where you at?
Someone stole the cart.
You-
From under us?
a stagecoach. A yell for the stagecoach goes out, but there's no response. The mist itself is simply all around you in all directions. All you can really see is each other. But even the ground beneath you is difficult to discern.
Yeah, this
If you-
is some weird stuff.
Right, for those who, this is a good chance to familiarize yourself with moving around on roll 20, by the way. On roll 20, you can move your token around on a map, such as these. You can also use your arrow keys to move left, up, right, down, etc. So you can go ahead and practice that.
Oh, nice.
Can we? Okay, I was wondering if we can stay on top of another token.
Yes.
Indeed you can. For right now, you are able to. But you can't go too far without finding yourselves losing track of each other.
Can I like maybe reach down and like touch the ground? Am I still like? Does it feel like road or does it feel like forest?
You reach down and touch the ground. Go ahead and make a survival check. For those who are new, the way that checks work is that if you look on your character sheet, on the left side, there's a bunch of checkboxes there. And on them are listed a variety of different things like athletics, arcana, acrobatics. Every time that you make a check that is relevant to a situation, I'm going to ask you to make a check. All you have to do then is click the button that it corresponds to it. So in this case, Atreus is making a survival check and rolls to see what the result of it is. As it shows right there, Atreus rolled an 11 and a 20. Now, when you roll dice, it may show two results. Certain results will let you have 2 attempts, basically, called getting advantage on something. However, nothing is giving Atreus advantage, so we only look at the left number, which says 11. As for what that means, if you get a 5, that means you did a pretty bad job at something. If you did a 10, you did a decent job. You do a 15, that's alright. You do a 20, that's great, and if you get up to 25, that's excellent, right? So the higher that number is, the more likely it is that what they did succeeded. In this case, Atreus, you have gotten an 11, as you check down on the road to see if you can figure out whether or not this is regular road or cobblestone. And indeed, this does not feel like grass beneath you, it feels like stone.
Well, at least they didn't steal the road.
I'm gonna
I'm going to
light my
listen
hooded lantern.
around.
Alright,
I'm going to pay very close attention and listen around. It's perception, right?
yes, you decide to more actively listen around you as the lantern gets flickered out and provides a little more illumination, making it much easier to see each other through the mist.
Okay, I'll roll the perception.
You rolled a perception check and you get a 3.
Okay.
With my knowledge of the magic, would it be possible for me to tell if the fog is natural or more magical in nature?
Do you have proficiency inside of Arcana?
I do have
What that means.
proficiency in Arcana.
Alright, so just for the others to know as well, if I ask you if you have proficiency, that means look over at your list of checks. If it has a check mark on it, that means you have proficiency on it, which is when you chose during character creation to be a bit better at something than usual. Sometimes, I will only allow you to make a check if you have proficiency in it, because it's the only way that you would reasonably be able to know is if you had some history of experiencing it. In this case, Fulu does have proficiency of Arcana, and so therefore, yes, you look around in this mist, you can detect the magic just moving through your fingers subtly through. There's something about this mist that is not natural.
Well-
Be careful, everyone. This mist is not natural. Whatever laid this down may still be watching it or otherwise in the area.
Better. Everybody gear up then. I mean, we don't know what's coming. And we should move.
Yeah, try not
Well,
to stay
we
too
should
separate.
keep-
Try to stick together though.
We should
Yeah,
keep
stay
moving
in the
forward.
lantern light, guys.
Okay.
I'll hold up my lantern a whole 4 feet.
Okay.
You hold up the lantern. Which way will you move? Though it's a bit disorientating to pick a direction in the mist.
We should keep moving forward. The guy said we should keep moving forward, and he looked like a trustworthy sort of a guy.
Is that why he
can I
abandoned
feel-
us?
You go
Hmm?
ahead, sorry.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Me?
Yes.
I said, if he looks so trustworthy, why did he abandon us?
I look confused at that. I don't know.
Is
May
it
have
weird,
had his reasons, maybe not. Either way, we best start making at least some progress in one direction.
Weird time to say this, but trust nobody. I'm gonna start trying to feel the ground with my feet, try to see if I can determine which way the
Right.
road's going so we can at least pick a direction out of 2.
Knowing that the stone is there, you feel around until you kind of find like where the edge of the road might be. And then you move over to the other side and find the other edge with your foot, showing that the road does extend in 2 different directions.
Alright, we got 2 choices. Anyone remember which way we were traveling?
Forward.
Right.
I didn't turn backwards, so I know which way is forward.
Well, at best, if we end up taking the wrong way, we'll be just back at the entrance of Borovia. And at worst, we just keep following the main road.
Is Leopold holding onto anything? Like, or is he barehanded right now? Or
Leopold?
no, Leopold Lux.
Oh, sorry. What?
Are you currently holding anything, or?
I'm holding my shield, but not wielding it, and my bag over my shoulder.
Alright. As people are discussing, Fulu is going to cast a cantrip light on the shield.
Right. Leopold Lux,
Okay.
you now have quite the lux on your shield, as it's now radiating light, helping amplify the lantern, making it much easier to see all around you, though beyond the borders of this map, essentially, it's still heavily obscured.
That's great. Like, my shield is, it has the symbol of Ilmater painted on it. Like, crudely painted, but painted. So, that's a miracle. Yes, I take this sign. I move forward and put my shield on, and I will defend those people.
Fulu is going to follow behind.
I'll take the rear. I got the lantern. Light on both sides.
Yeah,
Pretty smart.
I'll follow up right up front.
All this lantern light and the regular light makes it much easier to see each other through the mist. Oh, I'm sorry, just organizing a few things. There we go. As you continue on, creating a formation, you pick one direction through the road. For the one holding the lantern, are you picking arbitrarily, or do you have some way of deciding which way you're going out of the 2 directions available?
I believe Leopold is taking the lead. I'm taking the rear with the lantern.
Alright, Leopold, how are you deciding which way you're going out of the 2?
I literally had no doubt in my mind. I never turned back. I'm going forward because the guy told me so.
Alright, trusting inside this fellow, you continue moving forward. You all walk through the mist. 5 minutes pass by you. 10 minutes. You see nothing of note quite yet, but you do hear something new, as the sounds of a wolf howling through the mist. Whew.
But yes, this place had some amazing milk, but the honey wasn't that good, and I'm not shutting up. The character just keeps talking about inane things and trying to make friends in this dire situation.
Atreus just follows right up front with Lux. Is that his name? Leopold Lux?
Leopold, yeah.
Okay, yeah, he just follows up right next to Leopold. Maybe he'll have his poleaxe at the ready as they're slowly going through.
The two humans congregate together in the front. Viria looks out into the mist, trying to squint with their dark vision. But it seems that heavily obscurement such as this is not dark. And so nothing ends up happening. The party continues moving onward. And that's when it happens. Diving out from back in the mist itself, from the south directly, is the following. A wolf leaps out from the mist and snarls at all of you.
It's a big wolf.
Big wolf.
I would immediately douse my lantern. Turn it off.
You douse your lantern as the dire wolf looks out with eyes full of aggression and immediately begins to fight. All of us can begin what is called rolling for initiative. For those of you who aren't familiar, here's how that works. Give me a moment, I need to adjust something. Okay. To roll for initiative, go to your character sheet, and near the top center, you'll see a button that says initiative on it. Before you click that button, click on your token first.
Of my character sheet.
Yeah, top center-ish. You'll see a button that says initiative. If you click on the words initiative, it will roll for it, but make sure you click on your character token first.
Okay, I think that worked.
F4.
If it did it correctly, you...
Yeah, you got you're the 3, and I see most people got it here actually.
Yeah, if you did it correctly, you should appear on the turn order list. So we've got 7 people on there correctly. There are just 2 missing.
Click. There we go.
Cabal, you'll need to put yourself on the initiative as well.
I see.
Did Roll20 change all their spells to have the spell save DC at the bottom, or did I just do something wrong?
It does that by default, yes.
Oh, okay.
That's a new thing, it seems.
Yeah, it's relatively new. Alright, Cabal. Alright, oh, there we go. Make sure you click on your token first before clicking on the initiative, otherwise it won't add you to the counter. Also, in general, when doing initiative like this, I won't count it unless you click on your token first, because it's just easier that way. There we go. Cabal is now on the initiative order. Next, any monsters in the fight will also roll for initiative as so. So this Direwolf has rolled a 6. Now, the way that we generally handle initiatives like this is first, we have to resolve the ties. So, Oscar, could you tell me what your dexterity is? How much dexterity you have in total? So the dexterity is the one that's on the left, right? It should be the second from the top left. Right underneath strength and right above constitution.
Yep. Wait, I rolled. It's not a roll, right?
Oh, sorry, I was talking to Oscar.
Sorry.
As you can see, Oscar is currently tied with the wolf in the initiative order.
Yeah. It's because I'm tied to some so I got confused.
Oh, I think you're looking at constitution. It's the other way around. The 3 is on dexterity, and you have a 16 in dexterity. What that means is that your total dexterity is 16, and you have what's called a dexterity modifier of 3. We'll talk more about what that means later. So, you have a dexterity total of 16, and the Direwolf has a dexterity of 15. You have beaten it in initiative and will go before it.
Fancy.
Right. Next, we're going to go through what actual combat ends up looking like. We handle inside of this campaign using something called chunked initiative, meaning if you are moving simultaneously back to back of multiple people, you all just kind of take your actions all at the same time and move around at the same time. So the more experienced people will get to show off how this works first. That means the people who get to move right now will be Kiospirit, Fulu, Andrasti, Vivi, Sunny, Atreus, and Oscart. So here's how it works when you move inside of combat. Every turn in combat, you have the following 3 things. There's a little bit more, but it's really just these 3 things to start off with. Every turn, you can move. You have 30 movement by default unless something has changed it for you, such as your race gives you more movement. To see how much you can move, you can use the ruler tool over at the top left. It kind of looks like a ruler pointing at a center of a circle, right? As so. You can see me, I'm drawing with the ruler tool.
Mm-hmm.
That also reveals that each of these squares is 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can use up all your movement, and you can move even after or before doing your actions, which is what we'll cover next. Every turn, you also have 1 action, and your action can be used to do a variety of different things. The most common thing is, of course, to attack. So, Atreus, could you show us? I'm moving into range of this direwolf and trying to attack it.
Alright, I guess I'll just move, let me see, I have 30 movement, so I'm just gonna move 20 here. And my weapon has reach, so I'm gonna just, swing at it once.
Atreus pulls out their pole axe, which has a 10-foot range on it, and they attempt to attack the wolf. However, they roll a 6 and miss. When you roll a 1 on your attack, it'll be red like that. And when it's red like that, it means the attack completely misses. Next, Sunny, would you mind demonstrating one of your actions as well?
Sure. I think what I would like to do is try to hide behind someone tall.
Alright, go for it.
Okay.
So I'll move myself behind the turtle. He looks to be a very nice hiding target. Then I will use a stealth check.
Alright, so, in this case, they're using their action to take the hide action. So as you can see, every turn you have 1 action. And with this action, you can use it to do different things. Atreus used their action to attack. And Sunny used their action to hide. You can also use your action to dash, which will let you move faster. And you can use your action to cast a spell, if you happen to have any. So, let's go down. Fulu, what will you be doing for your action?
Could I respectfully wait until this is damaged first?
Alright, sure thing. Andraste, do you have an action to take?
I can try to attack it.
Alright, go.
First.
Right. You are almost certainly in range. Your weapon has this within range of it. If you look at the center of your character sheet, if you have a weapon to attack with, which most of you do, you'll see all of your weapons listed. All you have to do is click on the name of the weapon to attack with it.
Okay.
So Andraste clicked on longbow, and it rolled those dice. I'm actually going to, over time, start changing these to advantage toggle instead. Alright, so you rolled a 12. You roll 12. That number determines to see how likely it is that this wolf is hit. The 12 attack goes out, but the wolf nimbly dodges out of the way of the arrow, avoiding taking any damage at all. Andraste misses the wolf on her turn. Alright, Viri, would you like to take an action?
Yeah, I would. This is what she wants. She loves to do. How do you do the ruler again? I'm sorry.
It's at the top left. There is a ruler and it has a circle on it as well.
Hold on.
It's underneath the magnifying glass and above the dice, or die, I guess, technically.
Okay, so here would be, I have 30, so like I can move right next to it, but like if I do 25, I would just move myself to like right there.
Yes, correct. You would use 25 feet of your movement to move over there.
Okay, so I would do that, and then I would swing with my greatsword.
Alright, you rush forward at this dire wolf with all this aggression and attempt to hit it. However, 12 is not enough to hit the wolf. It seems that there's a certain number that needs to be met in order to hit it, but the wolf dodged out of the way of this hit as well. Quite the dexterous wolf we got here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oscar, would you like to take your action as well?
I like the chilling music in the background.
Very good.
All right. You approach carefully. If you're approaching carefully, does that mean, well, there's a few ways to approach carefully. You can use your action to dodge, which means if the wolf attacks you, it's less likely to hit you. However, if you take your action to dodge, you cannot use your action to attack. You only have one action every turn. Would you like to dodge, or would you like to attack? Alright, Oscar moves in cautiously and uses their action to dodge over there. Alright, I believe that means in this chunk right here, the only person that has not done anything is Fulu. Fulu, the wolf is currently undamaged.
I haven't gone yet either.
Oh, you're right, sorry. The shadow, who is underneath somebody right now.
I technically got sucked in when she moved past me, but can I technically move before she does?
Yes, you all can move in whatever order if you're in the same chunk.
Okay. Is Sunny currently stealth?
Yes, Sunny is currently hiding.
Okay, I'm gonna go to him.
Right. Sunny,
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast with advantage.
Right. You go leap over to Sunny over there, and Eldritch Blast. You get the 25 on that roll.
Don't know why I have a +1.
Oh, that's Hex, it seems. I think you accidentally added Hex to it.
Oh, okay.
Regardless, it seems that the 24 is enough to hit this wolf, as you do attack it with that advantage. And the wolf takes the hit. Now, after determining if the blast hit, we take a look at how much damage it did. In this case, Eldritch Blast did 2 damage to the wolf, which gets singed a little bit from the hit. Alright, now Fulu, the wolf is damaged.
Now that the wolf is damaged, Fulu is going to cast an ability that makes light appear out of nowhere and seems to kind of strike at its ears.
Alright, the dire wolf becomes the subject of a spell called Total Light. Now, note that it says their Wisdom save and has something that says DC 13. When something makes a save, it tries to determine if it's affected by something. In this case, whether it's affected by the spell, so let's see if it succeeds. It tries. It rolls a 4. And because it rolled a 4, that means it failed to meet the number it needed to avoid being affected by this. If it wanted to not be affected by the spell, it needed to get a 13 or higher. But since it only got a 4, it's affected. And it takes full 10 radiant damage from Total Light. The wolf has taken an enormous blow from that. Alright. When everybody's all done with their actions here, then it's now the time for the Direwolf's turn. On the Direwolf's turn, it's currently being attacked by these two people in front of it. And it will first attempt to go after Vivi. Vivi, you will get to see if the wolf manages to hit you. You're fine, Fulu. You're still stealthed in this case, Lars. Technically, an action would have to be taken to hide also, but like I'm just kind of hand-waving that for now. The wolf is not paying attention to you both. It's focused on Vivi right now. And Vivi, we're going to see if the wolf hits you. It rolls for its attack, and it rolls a 17. Now, if we determine if the attack hits you, you take a look at your blue bar that's on your character. That's called your armor class, your AC. If the attack meets that number, or exceeds it, then it hits. So in this case, the wolf lands a 17, which does beat your 14. That means the attack connects for 9 damage. To subtract from your this is a little bit trickier to explain, so I'm going to post this one. Yeah, there's 2 ways to do it. You can either just set the number from 12 to 9, in this case 12 to 3, or on your token you can put -9 to reflect how much damage that you have taken. I posted a picture on the Discord showing how that works.
Hold up.
Oh no, wait.
Where did you click to -9 at?
Click on your token,
The
and
red?
then you'll see a green box appear. On that green box, or green circle I think it is for you, type in -9, and your HP should decrease by 9. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
You currently now have 3 HP after being bitten by this Direwolf. That seems to be all the Direwolf does. It is now the next chunk. All of you are currently in the same chunk together and can all take your actions in whatever order you'd like.
Okay. I'll charge it. So I have a clear line, right?
I'll explain it in a second, Nameless. Yeah, you charge in a straight line toward the wolf. You can easily reach right next to it, but 30 feet of movement.
Will I have an issue attacking it through him?
No.
Oh.
Alright.
No! Bad wolf! Do not charge. Hard.
Alright. Leopold moves forward and swings at the wolf.
With a long sword.
The mist!
I get a goddamn one. Okay. That's the
because
second one this campaign already.
Starting off strong, but the mist has obscured your vision, making it difficult to hit the wolf successfully.
Okay.
Meanwhile, over here, Atreus rolls a 14, and that is exactly the number required. This wolf has an armor class of 14, meaning you must roll a 14 or higher in order to successfully hit the wolf. Since that met the number, Atreus manages to land a hit. Go ahead and roll the damage on that, Atreus. You deal 10 massive slashing damage to this wolf. You hear it howling out in pain, and you hear the sounds of more footsteps scurrying down from the south.
How hurt does this wolf look?
Wow, almost masterful.
It's looking fairly beat up at this point. It won't last too much longer.
Lawrence is gonna go for a sneak attack.
Alright. The longbow flies out, but misses the wolf through the fog. Lars, moving forward, tries to get in.
The nice big turtle, I'll do load up a bit of my ball bearings in my sling. Do a nice buckshot sling.
Alright.
And advantage from stealth.
I'll adjust your token size later, Nameless, by the way, so that way it'll be easier to see you. Alright. Still being hidden, you get an advantage attack, rolling a 20 on this attack. Your buckshot sling connects for 9 bludgeoning damage onto the wolf. And because you are a rogue, you get 1 more damage, increasing it up to 10. The wolf is like literally limping at this point. But you can all hear more sounds from the south.
Who is gonna cast Total Light on the limping wolf?
Alright, it attempts a wisdom saving throw to see if it succeeds. And it does. It avoids the light that is being told at it. The Eldritch Blast flies out. And it connects with a 19. Roll the damage on that. With one final hit, the wolf is felled. You hear, however, more footsteps scurrying in from the south. If you haven't attacked yet, one other thing you can do with your action is called a readying an action. If you ready an action, it means that when something arrives or a certain trigger happens of your choice, your action activates. So for example, you can ready to attack the instant something reaches you. Or you can ready to cast a spell after somebody enters the door. So if you have not yet taken your action, you can attempt to ready something for the footsteps that you hear arriving soon.
I'm
I
gonna
think
go
I
ahead
will
and use
use
the rest of my movement to go around here, because I didn't move at all. I'll cover this side.
I'll use my movement to hide behind the turtle again.
Alright.
Not taking the hide action specifically.
I don't know what to do. Hold on.
And to answer your question, Nameless, in order to get advantage from hiding, you have to take the hide action itself. Although they don't recognize you're there right now. Anyway, you are currently in heavy obscurement. They can barely see you.
Oh, so I cannot mount a creature that's stealth and do an attack with advantage?
No, you can't piggyback off of there. You'll have to make your own hide action.
Okay.
Alright.
I guess I'm pretty heavily injured, so I guess Severi will just go up with the rest of them and ready herself for whatever is coming.
Alright, Viri gets ready after backing up a little bit, letting the other 2 uninjured marshals up in the front.
Yeah.
Cabal, do you have any action to take as well? Cool, I will handle resizing those tokens later. So that way it'll be easier to see. No, you will not reveal them, Nameless.
I was muted this whole time.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
I thought you were just also not talking.
Oh boy, I'm so sorry.
You're fine. Yes, what would you like to take?
Here, I take I guess my dodge action.
Mm-hmm.
But I scream to the party. You fools! I paid you to guard me. Now guard me, not to die. We missed a bit in the carriage where I pretended that you guys were my guards because I thought I was important, and I'm an obnoxious character. I'll do more.
I don't remember signing up to guard
That is pretty great.
Yes, I will guard you. Do not worry.
I do not acknowledge your response.
As long as I'm getting paid.
It
Yes,
is.
Crab. Yes, I'm hide as that crab.
Hi.
And Yuri just finds him hilarious. She's obviously not gonna guard him, but yeah.
I know, it took me a second too. They used a different Discord.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were and I was like, that voice sounds really familiar.
You too! I said hi and I was like, oh wait, they don't remember me! But I was muted this whole time.
Oh, yeah.
GG.
Oh, that's
GG.
tragic.
Alright, the wolves dash in with their action, moving in with further ferocity, but that's all they can do. By using their action to dash in and move closer, they did not use their action to do an attack. And actually they can move a little bit closer, this one can, as it moves right here.
I thought there were people running towards us because you said footstep.
You certainly heard footsteps. These were the footsteps that you heard.
Footsteps!
Paw steps. You hear beans patting on the ground with unrelenting ferocity. That is all the direwolves use for theirs. Cabal, you prepared something, right?
No, I took defensive act. I took dodge action.
Oh, okay, you took the dodge action because you weren't sure. Got it. All right. Yes, that's all it is for the wolves' turns. It is all of your moves again.
Yep, the one that's right in front of me. I just swing at him.
Wait a minute. I acted last, and then we had all their actions, and then the wolves' actions, and not my action, and the wait, Nameless acted, right? He wasn't the same.
Yeah, I think I
same
killed
as
the
me.
wolf.
Yes, they Nameless
Yeah.
killed the wolf.
Yeah. Then I have an action to make too. I mean the same thing as him.
Hmm.
So,
The previous turn, the wolves were not there yet.
yeah, but I can prepare an action, right?
Correct. Did you have an action to prepare earlier?
Yes.
All right.
When they get close, I'm going to prepare an action to taunt them and rage.
All right. You prepare to rage as soon as the wolves appear last turn, and that is indeed what happens this turn. It is now your turn. You are currently raging.
Okay. Can I taunt them? Open my chest and get them to bite me?
All right, you can go ahead and make your I'll take this as an intimidation check, yeah, to see if you can taunt them into trying to attack you. Go ahead and
Okay.
roll intimidation. Meanwhile, Atreus goes and hits this wolf with their pole axe. A 17 is enough to connect and deals 4 damage to it. The wolves see you trying to intimidate them and try to respond. One of them, the one in front of Atreus, even though it got hit, is now currently looking at you. An Eldritch Blast flies out, but a 13 is not enough to connect. You need a 14 or higher The Eldritch Blast just barely grazes the wolf.
To me, beasts! To me! Okay.
Right. Anybody else who's not taken their action, you may continue to do so. We have Atreus has acted, Nameless has acted. Andraste, you try shooting again with your longbow, but it misses.
I'm gonna load up my slingshot, but wait for either the wolf to get close to a person or a person to get closer to a wolf.
All right, your slingshot is loaded, and you ready in action to attack.
Fulu is going to total light on the left wolf.
All right, the direwolf that has been wounded is currently getting told at as it succeeds against the check and takes no damage.
Wow, these are very wise wolves.
These are very wise wolves.
Vivi, did you have any actions to take?
If I go again and I fuck up, I don't know. I guess, can I just, like, defend myself? Like, try to... I don't even know what I can do, you know? That's why I don't know what to fucking...
Yes, the main things that you can do is you can take your action to dodge, which means they are less likely to hit you. You can take your action to attack, which is when you can walk up to them and attack them. You can also... I'm sorry. You are a barbarian, and as a barbarian, you have a feature called Rage on you. If you enter your Rage, they will deal half damage to you, essentially.
Does that take a turn?
Alright, here's where we're going to discuss something called the bonus action. Every turn, you all have one action, but you also have something called a bonus action. There are many features and abilities you may have, or may eventually have, that use a bonus action instead of an action. So for example, if you enter your Rage, that's a bonus action. If you do that, you still have your regular action available to you to do things like attacking, for example.
Wait a second. If I had a bonus action to Rage, then I just prepared an action that takes no time.
I interpret it as
dodge?
You can use your reaction to use a bonus action, so you are fine on that. To rage, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so you were fine. You were fine that time. You just prepared it in advance. You do have your bonus action available to you, but I don't think you have anything else that uses a bonus action right now.
Fair enough.
Right. Let's see. Oscar, do you have any actions to take also? As I do not believe you have acted yet.
As for Viri, I'll just defend or dodge, try to dodge.
Alright.
Where I am.
Viri proceeds to dodge in place, getting ready, anticipating the wolf moving past Leopold.
Oh no, why so throw my weapons?
Oscar, it's everybody's turn. When you will share this chunk of allies back to back in initiative here, you all can move at the same time, and that means your turn is at the same time as everybody else's right now. So, yes, you can move and take your action right now. Now, you're a monk, and we were just talking about bonus actions. As a monk, here's what you can do. You can use an action to attack, and then as your bonus action, you can attack again as part of your martial arts. So you can punch once with your action, and then punch again with your bonus action if you want to get into range to do that. Alright, you move into range using your action to attack with your claws, and then your bonus action to attack with your claws once again with your martial arts. You will need to get right next to the wolf to do that. There we go. So, I believe that on your sheet you should have... oh, so we need to put your claws on there. 1d4 push your strength. Okay, yeah, it's already on there. I'll just call them claws. There, I've renamed them to monk claws. You can go ahead and, so give me a second. I'm also going to clarify that these are unarmed strikes. That may be important later. There we go. To roll your attack on them, click on your monk claws that are at the center of your character sheet. Right underneath your hit dice, and right above your items. There we go. You got a 13 on the first punch, which is not enough to hit them. But you have your bonus action to attack with again. Go ahead and try once more. This 20 connects into the wolf of your monk claws as you slash into them for the damage. To roll the damage, click on the name Monk Claws Unarmed Strike at the inside the chat box. Like the actual words themselves. Right underneath 5 feet and right above the +5. So, like, go to the chat box and you see where it says Monk Claws. Click on that. Right? And it will roll the damage of the attack. You hit for 5 slashing damage. It says bludgeoning, but your claws are slashing.
This also activates my held reaction.
Mm-hmm. Yep, your held reaction does go off.
And I am no
Change this
longer
to slashing.
hiding, correct?
Correct. After you attack, you are no longer hiding after your first attack. Your buckshot sling goes out. You can roll it again to see if you get the advantage on it. As you were hiding it. No, you didn't use your action to hide, right?
Correct. I use my action to hold this action.
Correct. Alright, so the 6 bludgeoning goes out onto this direwolf.
And because
And
I have an ally within 5 feet.
Right. 4 more sneak attack damage goes out as well. You also will see that on Roll20 that there's that sneak attack little checkbox. You can click on that if you want to just automatically add that sneak attack damage on. Alright, who has not yet taken their action yet? Then, if everybody has taken their action, which I think everybody has off the top of my head, it is going to be the Direwolves' turns. On the Direwolves' turn, this first wolf that's on the left has been taunted by Leopold, and immediately begins to lunge for him. Now, as they do, Oscar, you have a unique opportunity here. When any creature exits out of your reach, in this case outside of your 5-foot square because it was right here, you may attack it one time with something called an opportunity attack. You get 1 free attack on it with your reaction, which we'll eventually talk about. So go ahead and hit it with your unarmed strike to see if you connect. So Oscar, as it exits your range, go ahead and roll the claws to see if you hit it with your opportunity attack. So when it exits your range, right? In this case, yes, not on the name, on the actual attack on your character sheet. So use your weapon again, basically. Use your claws. There we go. You do hit it. As it walks away from you, you get a swipe at its back with your opportunity attack. That connects, roll the damage on it. You connect in for 7 whole slashing damage, which is quite a bit. Leopold, you're right there, currently taunting that wolf on the left as the other one moves in front. The 2 of them together will have advantage on these attacks due to one of their features, as they will attempt to hit you. The wolf on the left tries to bite, landing a 24 and landing 9 piercing damage onto you. However,
That's reduced to 4.
correct, as a barbarian, you reduce that damage in half, taking only 4 damage from it. The wolf on the right attempts to do the same thing. A 12 does not connect. It needs to roll higher than your 17, I think? Yes, 17, in order to connect to you.
Okay, perfect. That's the
Alright,
one.
and that's all for their turns. It is all of your turns when you start hearing some yelling from the right. Hello! Do you need help?
Well,
Not entirely certain how to respond to that, so I'm gonna continue dealing with the wolf below. Can I hit it with the 10-foot range or the 5-foot range?
That you can hit it with 5 foot, right? Well, I see what you're saying. I'd say you could hit it with 10 foot at that point. Yeah, because it's large enough too.
Okay.
Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. you are.
Okay, I'm sorry. My mic just stops sometimes, so
Mhm.
I talk to myself all the time. I was gonna ask, how long does rage last in a fight?
Let's see.
1 minute.
I believe it is specified. Let me go ahead and check. On your rage on your character sheet, it says your rage lasts for 1 minute. This is a great time to bring up how long a round is.
Yeah,
From
that's what I was
top to
gonna
bottom.
ask next.
Yeah. From top to bottom, after all the character turns are done, that is 6 seconds. In other words, your rage will last for 10 whole rounds.
Okay, great.
There's another thing. The wolves acted, and me and Nameless, we didn't. We're after the wolves, right?
It's chunks, so we're all in the same chunk right now.
No. Oh, I thought because we had the three in the thing.
Yeah, at the very start, they split us up, but then after that, every player character was in the same chunk, so we all just moved at the same time.
I
Correct.
thought all enemies had the same initiative. So I didn't act yet. So I want to make an attack before.
Yes,
your
go
last
ahead.
Your last action was to intimidate them, and that was in the same turn as
Oh
everyone
no,
else.
that was the prepared action they had to turn before that.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and make your attack for the previous turn that we had neglected. Go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Left wolf or right wolf?
On the most wounded wolf, which is this one, right?
Yes, the left wolf is currently more wounded. Go ahead and swing from the previous turn. As the wolf moved in towards you, you swing at it to see if it does not connect.
It does not connect. Of course
All
it
right.
didn't.
Now, moving on to this current turn, Atreus, your pole axe connects in for 5 slashing damage onto the wolf. Nameless, you Eldritch Blast the left wolf, I'm guessing?
Yeah, whichever one's more injured.
Alright, the most injured wolf is literally limping now. It's just like, it's all tried moving up the Leopold, but after its attack, it is already tattered and beat up. Andraste, you shoot a longbow onto the left wolf, which does slay it, I believe. Regardless of the damage roll, it is too wounded to survive. But roll the damage anyway. As you did 10 piercing, why overkill, man? That's some overkill. That wolf is downed.
Fulu
And
is going to
the other way.
cast. Fulu is going to cast Shocking Grasp on the right wolf.
Alright, using your spell sniper, you extend the range of your shopping and grasp, but an 8 is not enough to connect.
I'll go ahead and call out to the guy earlier. Yeah, we're being attacked by wolves here. Come and help. And I'll slingshot.
Alright, the buckshot goes out and does connect onto the wolf. A 14 is enough, and you get the sneak attack bonus, dealing 9 damage to the wolf.
I haven't taken my turn, so I guess I'll go back to range and attack it with my greatsword.
Alright, you get right next to the wolf again, and you attack, swinging into it. 23 does connect. Click on the greatsword name, and you do deal 10 whole slashing damage to it.
Shit. Heck.
Mhm.
You're doing big deeps, boys.
Big deeps.
Okay, is everybody taking a turn now? Is this the only wolf that's like left?
Let's see. Cabal, have you taken your move yet?
I have not.
Alright, go for it.
I'm gonna scoot over here. And I say, why hasn't this been taken care of yet? And I I hold my right arm with the left at the elbow, making a pointing gun gesture, and I say ignite, and I cast Firebolt.
Firebolt does connect. 22. Roll the damage. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna change the
That's
dimension.
not right.
You would
the
click the word Firebolt +5. You see, when your first roll, it says Firebolt +5.
Yeah,
If you
this,
click on Firebolt, it would roll damage for you.
I did that. All
Or-
parts
okay.
of all parts
In
of the
chat.
action.
You have to click it in the
In-
chat, not in
in
your
chat.
character.
Yeah, in chat.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Alright, dealing 2 fire damage to the wolf.
Die already.
And the sound effect is pew, pew.
Oh, I only acted on the last one, right? So I have to attack
Yep.
again.
Correct. You still have your action available. You use your action to attack that, I assume, and you are currently raging. However,
Oh my
your longsword is not
holy-
able to connect.
I'm caressing the wolf.
I think it's a short sword.
I look at my sword like, huh? What?
That thing's broken.
Yeah. I never understood you're standing in front of like a monster and it doesn't hit. Like, how is that even possible?
The idea
AC
is
is
not
also-
that it doesn't. The idea is not that it doesn't hit, that it doesn't do damage. So the wolf has hide and has like its movement, so you can get a grazing blow that doesn't actually do damage.
The wolf is also actively attempting to dodge the hits all the time, right? It's not just like standing there.
And not only dodging the attacks, he's also attacking me. It's really hard to attack someone that's trying to kill you.
Fair.
It's not that
fair.
easy.
It's not like random turn-based combat games where they're just standing there in that pose and they don't move.
No, everything's happening like in 6 seconds. Like everyone's murdering everyone, and it's a chaotic combat, and it's not that easy to
Imagine
hit.
if we had 6 seconds to take every turn.
I do have
Alright.
a quick question about range. Using the measuring tool, are we using the alternate diagonals?
Yes.
All right.
Alright. On the wolf's turn, right, the following happens. As the wolf is right there, you hear from footsteps, right, from multiple directions, as bursting out from the mist once more is not one, not two, but 3 different wolves that are in range to be able to attack. How you hear one more set of footsteps moving in from the right as well, as the wolves begin their assault on everybody they can reach. The first wolf here goes after you, Oscart. The direwolf attempts to attack you. A 21 does connect as it beats your AC of 17. And it deals 7 piercing damage to you. So you can subtract 7 piercing damage from your HP. Alright, perfect. Next, the wolf that's over here will have advantage due to its pack tactics and will be going after you, Atreus.
Wait, does he get pack tactics even if there's no other wolf next to me?
Oh, you're right, it isn't in range. Okay, never mind, that wolf does not get pack tactics. It's normal. And it attempts to bite you regardless.
Mm-hmm.
An 18 is not enough to connect as it just nibbles onto your armor. You hold up your shield, just holding it in its mouth. Leopold, one of the wolves is going after... No, actually... yeah, actually, they will be going after you. One of the wolves will be trying to go after you. This one is at advantage, as they have pack tactics. Let's see what happens. The wolf goes for its bite. And fails, and the other wolf goes for its bite on you. And connects for... 10 piercing damage, reduced to 5 due to your rage.
Okay.
Nice.
Staying alive, staying alive.
Staying alive. And speaking of staying alive, you hear one more set of clunking footsteps to the right, as dashing out from the mist is not a wolf, but this individual.
Oh, hello there.
They look over at this direwolf that's over here, and with pulling out 2 swords, begin to attack it.
Wow.
A crit. Or...
And that's 20 damage onto the wolf.
Oh.
And then you see them not just attack that way, but they begin to, seemingly in a flurry of more blows, just do another 3 strikes.
I think she's outdoing our party of 10 by herself.
I think so.
They didn't land any of those extras though.
They did not, but the wolf has been slain.
Oh.
The wolf, even with the previous hits, those first 3 were enough to kill the wolf. All 3 of these wolves you look at them, and does anybody happen to have animal handling? Actually, I know who would recognize this without any issue. Oscart, you know, have dealt with wild animals before. These wolves have fear in their eyes. They look like they're about to turn tail and run. It is all of your turns.
Okay. How
Do
will
I-
attack anyways?
I have a question. Do I
Hmm?
have healing hands right now?
Let me see. You?
And also, can I heal myself, or do I have to do it to other people?
Yes, yes, and yes. You do have healing hands available. You can use it on yourself or on others.
Okay.
There we go.
Will
And you
it
have
heal
5
me?
in total.
Which of these
5?
wolves look more low?
Wait, hold on. You can regain my your level. Oh, wait, hold on. That's only...
1, right? Because I'm like level 1.
Yes, sorry. I misread. I thought that was
Yeah.
lay on hands for some reason. You aren't a
It's okay.
paladin. Yes, you can use your healing hands to heal somebody by 1.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was just
That it-
curious.
There
Probably
are
not.
situations where that's useful, mind you, which we'll learn about eventually.
Not likely to be the situation right now.
Which of
I
these
feel
two
like
wolves
we'll-
look lower?
All 3 of them are at full HP.
Oh. Well, let's see. 1, 2,
While he's deliberating, I'll just attack the center one.
All right, you attack the center wolf.
Yeah, I guess I'll worry about the wolf in front of me later. I'm gonna swing at the one that's further from me.
All right, the center wolf does take the buckshot shot for 7 piercing damage. Your pole axe connects into the wolf in front of you for 7 slashing damage.
I'm gonna also attack the one in front of me with my greatsword.
All right, the longbow and the greatsword both. This wolf is just taking a massive beating. It's got hit by a buckshot, a pole axe, a longbow, and now a greatsword. That's another 5 damage. Roll the greatsword damage as well.
Yeah, I did 10 slashing.
10 slashing damage, and Eldritch Blast connects into it also for 9 force damage and felling the wolf in a flurry of connected blows. They were busy focusing on this our individual over here.
They have made
Okay,
their mistake.
so I'll
Yeah,
attack
this wolf
one.
just didn't want to live.
All right, and then I
Okay.
guess I'm
I
gonna use the rest
missed
of my
again.
movement to stand here.
You stand over
I'll
next to
keep
the other wolf.
poking the wolves. Poking the wolves with my sword, like taunting them, you know? Here. Okay. Go on.
Lulu is
Come on,
going.
get the stick.
Lulu is going to shocking grasp on the leftmost wolf.
All right, go for it. Shocking Grasp reaches out, but it's unable to land. Cabal, have you taken your action yet?
I have not, but I will prepare a firebolt on the next creature that attacks one of my party members.
All right, the next creature that attacked your party member. You get ready. I believe that is everybody's action. It is now the wolf's turn. This wolf over here sees that it's surrounded and begins to lash out, going after you, Leopold. It will attack with its bite at you, connecting it and taking the firebolt to the face after dealing 10 piercing damage to you and knocking you
I'm
unconscious.
at exactly 0.
Oh no.
Leopold is not dead. They are at 0 HP, but they are just unconscious right now.
I'm okay!
I can help you.
And then I...
I'll take my action then.
Yes.
The prepared action. I say, do not damage my assets.
The
Love
firebolt
this
flies out.
character a lot.
Does 19 connect?
Yes, they have an AC of 14. As it deals 5 fire damage. The wolf has been singed. The other wolf disengages with its action and runs. It is not having no more part of this. It is done. It dives into the mist, not to be seen again.
I hope.
Finally, on the individual's turn, they begin their assault as well. They go with
Crit.
A lot
dealing
of
a whopping
damage.
17 damage over to the wolf. You all will have no problem cleaning up this wolf, as it has no chance to run anymore. How would you like to finish it? A longbow shot to the head, it crits it, and annihilates it in one final headshot.
Let's go.
Casting Cure Wounds on.
Alright, All right, before we go to that, let me explain what's about to happen next. On the next turn, right down this turn, Leopold's at 0 HP. They're not dead, but they are currently not stabilized, which means they're essentially kind of bleeding out. So, Leopold, make a death saving throw to see if you or get closer to stabilizing. You're going to be fine anyway, right? This is just to demonstrate it. To do that, it's going to be in the center of your character sheet.
Is dying at 0, not -1?
Right, and at 5e, there's death saves. So at 0, you just begin to bleed out and have to roll a death save to see if you can begin to start stabilizing.
Oh, that's completely okay.
All right, that is above a 10, which means you succeed on 1 death save. If you succeed on 3 death saves, you stop bleeding out and you're fine. You just stay at 0 HP. If you get 3 death failures, well,
You're dead.
Well,
you're dead. You kick the bucket. You're gone.
Your problems are over.
Your problems are over forever. Another thing that can make a character stop making death saves is simply healing them. Which is exactly what happens. Fulu, you use Cure Wounds and restore Leopold up to 11 HP.
Oh. Holy shit,
Upon being
that's a lot.
restored above 1, all your death saves restart, and you are back unconscious again.
Oh! I look around and I see sorry, what is she called? I have the pictures down. 1 second.
Right.
Me?
Was it Atreus? No,
Oh,
Philo.
Viri.
I don't have cure wounds.
Viri. I
Viri,
turn to her. Yeah, I turn to her to you and are you okay? Are you hurt?
Been worse. She just brushes it off, and can I use healing hands like off combat as well? It says that it doesn't reset until we take a long rest, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
So you can use it at any time.
Okay,
Outside
so
of
then, alright, so then I'll just, yeah, I've been worse, and then I heal myself for a whopping 1 HP.
A whopping 1 HP, wow!
Let me help you. I take off my healing kit and I go take care of her wounds with medicine.
Alright, fortunately all that really does is stabilize them, but they are not currently dying. But, you know, it's a nice gesture, and it stings a little bit less, their wounds.
So useless.
While they're busy tending over there, this person introduces themselves. Oh, I did not expect to see all of you here. Hello, I'm Irina. As you get a much better glimpse of them now that you're not in the middle of combat.
Mom's name.
Cabal steps forward.
Oh, you gave us a handout. Nice.
Nice.
This is a very pretty armor. I like you already.
I speak to the lady. Thank you for your assistance. Are you perhaps leader of the guard in this city? My men require medical attention.
You see them get a scowl on their face. It's something like that. They look over to the nearest person who isn't you, the Atreus. Yes, if you could all help me bring all of these wolves back, it would help feed us. The village is nearby, I can take you there.
Oh, you are hunting wolves. So you saving us was just a coincidence, huh?
Well, no. I go on patrol around here, as your companion here said, is like leader of the guard.
Wait, no, what? I asked if she was leader of the guard, or
Yes.
like, of the city. I'm not claiming to be anybody yet.
Yeah, sure. We're kind of lost in this force anyways. We can definitely use the help to get out of here.
Don't
Philo's
worry.
gonna quietly start trying to drag one of the bodies.
Thank you.
Oh, I picked the bodies. She seems like a nice lady.
Arena picks up one of the wolves also, just launch over their back, right? Slings it over.
I'll grab one of the feet of one of these wolves and just tug it. This little tiny raccoon.
Yeah, I'm also gonna help the raccoon. We're
As
just gonna...
a show of bravado, I will attempt to take one by myself as well.
All right,
Yeah,
make an
I'll
athletics
take
check.
one. I'll take one by myself as well.
Alright.
Athletics check?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Poor Lars. Lars is just like,
Oh my god!
you're fine, Leopold. You can do it. This is just how successfully you do it, right? So, like, you have enough strength to pick it up without any issue. But you struggle a little bit from your wounds initially, but you get it settled eventually.
I like how I'm the one more injured, but my check went 21.
Look, guys, I'm a little raccoon guy. I ain't picking up this wolf. You handle it for me.
The three
He just
tiny
drops the
people.
wolf, sort of pounce
Lars, you're just pulling at the at its a little beans on its feet, but then you suddenly feel it moving as you see the shadows themselves pulling it alongside with you.
I'm also
on. He
helping.
drops it and gives up.
Right. As Irina is always like, this way, I'll show you the way. As they bring you over to a clearing where you see in front of you the city, or rather the village of Borovia.
Borovia.
Oh, I think this is the
Oh,
wrong
yeah.
I
one.
need to like zoom in, I think. Hold on.
There.
Very small.
Teeny.
It's in that. You are finding your entrance over on the right side of the city right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this beats the fog anytime.
This looks like a nice town. I bet the
Nice
people
is.
here are lovely.
I wouldn't use nice to describe this, but it's what we have. And, well, you work with what we have.
What is this place? Who are you people?
Well, we are Borovians, and this is the village of Borovia. Welcome to Borovia. Hope it matches your expectation. You see them lugging the stuff. Over to the tavern. Don't know what to do with this meat.
How fancy does this place look? It's like well kept, run down.
You look around. You look around you, and this is what kind of the architecture around here kind of looks like. Old, but shabby, wet. Many of it is molding. One thing that's especially apparent is that there are no people out on the streets save for all of you and Irina. And as you approach, there's one other sound you hear, which is a constant wailing cry from one of the houses.
Not the warmest of receptions.
What is that noise?
I'm sorry, that's Mary. Her daughter ran away recently and they've been inconsolable ever since.
Oh, well, her daughter ran away. Well, I'll help her find her.
You could certainly try, but not right now. These wolves need to be stored properly or they'll rot away. They're probably already half rotten as is.
Oh,
if you want to, this is your first chance to drag yourselves onto the map, since you have not previously done so. To put yourselves on a map, if you aren't familiar, just go to your character sheet and literally just drag your character sheet onto the map, and your token will appear. So the actual name underneath the characters folder. Not quite like that. It appears as a token if you There we go. Now you got it.
Okay.
So you can put yourself with
Where do
everybody
I
else.
click exactly?
This one isn't clicking. It's like dragging. So on your character sheet, under where you access it, drag Viri onto the map. There we go.
Okay.
Perfect. That's how you. If you need to put your token on a map, that's how you do it.
Cool.
Right. Irina continues dragging forward. Now, Borovia is not exactly the most welcoming place, but honestly, the people around here have heart. They're a little pessimistic, but give them some patience and they'll treat you well. As you get over to here, they go, we can just leave it here. They'll come out and grab it. I have to go on patrol a little bit, but I don't want to just leave you hanging. If you're interested in looking, we have the inn over here. That's pretty popular. For adventurers such as yourselves, anyway.
Inn.
For those perceptive, you see it unusual that they just refer to you immediately as adventurers. Then they continue. We also have the church over at the... You can see it directly from here as they point directly to the top left, where you can even see a graveyard.
Here?
Yes. Just
Nice.
don't go into the church itself, but you'll see Master Donovich there, waiting near the entrance. If you choose to talk to him anyway.
We're not allowed to enter? Is there a particular reason why?
They can inform you about it. It's not my place to speak ill. Now, you adventurer types, do you have coin on you?
My purse is a little low, you know.
Perhaps.
Do we have coin?
To check how much... Oh, sorry. To check how much gold you have, you can take a look at your character sheet. It is the one that says GP under it, which stands for gold pieces.
I have a whopping 0.
Me too.
Yeah.
You should get some from your background, I believe.
I didn't get any from my background.
Yeah,
Put
some
my
backgrounds don't
hands
give
on
you
my-
any money
on
to
my
start
back.
with.
Do we not
Well-
get
Put my
payment
hand
for
on my
helping with the
back.
wolves?
From who? We didn't get paid for it.
The wolves did
Alright.
not the wolves did not drop gold coins upon being killed.
Adrian, listen, Val, where's my payment for keeping you alive?
We've already been paid.
I squandered it on gambling.
What man
Well-
of charter accepts
Gambling's a little
Wow.
bit...
not be upfront?
Are we going to get paid for helping take the wolves back to the village?
Oh, well, that was more of a favor for me saving all of you, but... You see them laugh in a sarcastic way. No, I'm sorry. I have nothing to give you. I know what you mean. But I appreciate it, and come by and visit me sometime. I'll treat you more warmly after I finally have a chance to finish my patrol, as they point to this house that's over to the south. That's where I stay with my brother. If you happen to see him around, tell him to get off his butt. He's wasting time. Oh, and yes, if you do happen to get more coin, they point out over here. That's where adventurers generally go to get more supplies. Of course, if you don't have any money, I wouldn't recommend it. Shopkeeper can be kind of a miser. Well, I'll be off then. Please enjoy yourselves.
You too.
With that, they scurry back off into the mist.
I put my hand on my bag and then I put out like my gold pieces and say, I have this many. Can we do something?
Yeah, you can
I
give me
have
a room in
15.
the inn.
I have 15, but I can't count over 10.
Over
Help, I
this
can
way.
handle your money. I'm a trustworthy little fella.
Do
Oh.
that for you.
Who said I'm a trustworthy fella?
Lars.
Oh, I knew it. I give you my money. Here, take care of it, please.
I carefully put it in a separate pouch that I take out of my bag.
Thank you.
Andraste is going to make her way towards the church to find out what that is about.
Alright, are all of you heading to the church? And to make things simpler, I'd rather you all stay together, right? Because when things get split, it takes a long time to return back to each individual person. Andraste forwards a motion to go to the church.
Great. I need to put my prayers in. I need to put my prayers in order.
Alright,
Oh.
then if there's...
I best start looking for work around here. Guess I'll join you.
You begin to all head over to the church. As you get to right about the like about here, solid like 100 feet away, you see what is very clearly a priest there.
Priest.
Their eyes are sunken, but they're currently just kneeled down in prayer.
Okay.
Does he have any religious symbols on him?
You take a look over at them, and they have a raven-like symbol. As they hear your footsteps, they stop praying, and they go, "Oh, hello. Sorry. with a groan, they lift themselves back up onto their feet. Leopold, do you have religion proficiency?
Yeah, I have.
You recognize this raven symbol to be of some Borovian descent, though exactly what you're not sure of, is Borovia seems to have been very limited in what you could have possibly learned of their backgrounds outside of Borovia. But you know it's something, like a significant figure of some kind.
I have the Shelter of the Faithful because of the acolyte background.
Mhm.
So I go and talk to him. I say, "Holy man." I put my hand to help him climb up. By Yumater, let your days be bright. I and my group, we are in need of shelter and assistance, and would like to introduce ourselves to the divinity in this city, like I was taught by my father.
Oh, fellow religious person. Hello. I apologize, the church is not in a serviceable state right now. Who has perception proficiency?
I do.
You were already kind of a bit keen about this, Atreus, about why you can't enter the church, and you hear a very soft from inside the church. You see Donovan's winch a bit. Sorry, the church cannot be used right now, but you seem new to Borovia. Welcome. I have not much to offer in terms of shelter right now, but I could put in a good word with all of you at the tavern, for one religious to another.
Thank you. This will be enough. There's some creaky floorboards there.
Yeah, creaky sure is.
Yes.
Do you need help fixing it?
Is there any particular reason, Father, that you're not allowing us to enter there?
I did not want to. You have simply just met you, and now I tell you of my tragedy? I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Well, we just got dealt with a bunch of wolves. Maybe we can earn our keep, so to speak.
Do you have persuasion proficiency?
Let me check. I do not.
Make a persuasion check.
Hey, if that doesn't work out, I have intimidation. Kidding.
I've got persuasion.
Please
and
don't.
perception.
You see Father Donovich sit down on a nearby rock. Yes, well, my son, he has been. You hear another scream, but this time a little bit more audible, a bit more visibly audible, more audible, more audible.
Visibly audible.
Blood. Like, it's just so loud. You can still clearly make out those words from this distance, Zanovich. Like, you see them furrow their brow and tears to their eyes. My son has been bitten by a vampire. I managed to trap him into the cellar, but hours of the day he never sleeps. Always about blood, fatherless blood. They put their hands to their face. I am hoping to fix it. I don't know how. Suddenly, I can't leave him.
Ain't you a priest or something? You could just exercise whatever thing's going on in there.
I have
That's
proficiency.
vampires.
I have proficiency in Arcana, Medicine, and Religion. Is there anything out of those three that would help me know, like, if there's anything we could do?
You have heard tales of vampires, of creatures of the night, and as far as you understand, outside of the highest levels of magic, nothing can change somebody back from a vampire.
Is there any way to relieve symptoms or to?
You know that vampires prey on blood. They satiate for it as an unquenchable thirst and will.
Does it have to be human or humanoid?
Vampires are not necessarily humanoid.
No, he
No.
meant
No,
the
Human
blood
blood.
that they require. Is it?
Oh,
does it
the blood
require
that they
human?
require? It does not necessarily have to be human.
Like, not humanoid either. So, for
Correct.
example, if we capture some direwolves, you could potentially feed them that blood to help sate the thirst.
Blood is blood.
How about we, since he is such in dire need of it, and as of this time, we have no real method of curing your boy, I'm afraid. But maybe we can at least get him to a more stable, sane state. We can find something that can maybe give him the blood he requires without having to
Yes.
often human per se.
You see, he's you see,
way too much blood.
you see Donovich go up to you and grab you by your shoulder. So thank you. If you could do that, but please do not hurt him. He doesn't know. He just doesn't know. It's not his fault.
Easy there, old timer. I have no real interest in killing your boy here. But you see, my coin purse is a little bit light here. It'd be kind of great if you can compensate us a little bit.
Wow.
I have almost nothing to
We ain't
give.
exactly hunters here.
My church, it's already broken beyond repair. I cannot even afford to fix it. I could try getting in a good word at the tavern. That's all I could
Perhaps
do.
just a good place to stay would be nice.
I would normally welcome you to stay at the church, but you'd have to be acceptable with hearing this constant screams.
Well, we'll deal with the screaming part later.
At the very least, first, before you... This seems risky. Some of you look injured. We should at least get some rest. I have something I could show you in the meantime while we wait.
Thank you, sir. That sounds like it would be a great suggestion.
Donovich just starts going around the church, not toward it, trying to keep distance from hearing anything. As they usher you all over to the graveyard over here.
Do we have a player handout for Donovich?
Yes. Let me go ahead and get a better picture of them. You get a pretty clear idea now of what this fellow looks like.
Thank you.
He is one ugly.
Hey man, he's a father. He's a father that's in turmoil.
So.
In both senses.
Viri's kind of rude. So like she's trying to be as quiet as possible around people that are trying to help us because she's afraid she might say something that would make them angry and would get kicked out because that tends to happen a lot to her. So yeah.
Viri seems unusually quiet during all of this.
Yes. But that's the reason. She keeps just like getting excited about killing things, and the first like thought that pops into her head when she hears this wailing child is kill him. But you know, you can't do that if you want shelter and food, so she's trying to be reasonable.
While we're walking there, I need to ask him about his god. I can't deal with him without knowing. So, what is the god that protects this church? I haven't seen the symbol before.
Oh, well, this is the Morning Lord. The Morning Lord watches over us and this little city of ours, this little village. If it were not for the Morning Lord, I don't know how we would have gotten quite so far. You know, it's always a little... I'm sorry, you see them recompose themselves a little bit, right? From like this kind of mopey face, they like breathe in.
Yeah, seems
The
like
Morning Lord protect us all. Praise be.
Yes, protection is good. Seems like a good god.
How was your son bitten by a vampire?
I've lost track of days. All I do is sit and pray and hope they get better. I know the Morning Lord can't fix it, but you know, I can hope for it.
I
It's
have
been about
how long?
months, several months, I believe. Have you
But-
ever tried listening to someone yelling for your name for months and months on end, begging for your blood? I prefer if we don't discuss this anymore. I need to recompose. They do motion you over to a nice, kind of pleasant looking patch of grass around a cemetery, though. You can take a short rest here.
Andraste is superstitious and does not enter the graveyard.
Donovich does not usher you in. You are free to sit out there instead.
Atreus, since he's practically not wounded at all, he's just gonna near the patch, but not on it.
Right.
I sit on a patch of grass.
Right. You sit on a patch of grass. It is very grassy and patchy.
This
Alright.
is a good place.
Cabal isn't very keen on sitting on the ground, so he dusts off a tombstone and sits on it.
Hey, Padre, I'm a bit curious. Got any sort of library around these parts?
Library? Well, I have some books. The closest thing I believe we'll have to a library. We're passing the time by reading is a little difficult when we don't have too many authors, though I tried to take some of the books from the youth, you know, to try to practice, and it's like a book club. Well, was a book club. My son was part of it.
You got
No
any-
libraries, please. Enough with the books. I don't want to read. She is just really against learning things, okay?
Well, Padre, if there is any sort of compendium or book that you may have regarding any of the fauna or other animals around these parts, that'd be great.
Yes, well, the mist around here has many such beasts. Irina usually handles it for us, thankfully. Praise be the Morning Lord Protector. You see, they look like they're about to say something further, right? But like when they open their mouth, they just stop. And I go, yeah, yes. She protects us all around here, patrolling the borders, the wolves, the vampire spawn, the bats. It's always Irina.
Vampire spawn. How many
it's
of
hard
them
to-
are there?
Well, there's occasionally they'll just attack us out in the middle of the night. Most people.
Did he say that she protects us in kind of like a wavering voice? Like he's not telling everything that we need to know?
Make an insight check. Nameless, as you are
It's
like
also-
kind of
It's
like
Wait,
you-
I have insight too. Would I be able
Me
to check?
too, me too.
So before you do, right, let me make something clear. When you use an insight check on someone, it's an active attempt to like a visibly active attempt to kind of read into their intentions more. So like you are actively looking suspicious of them. If you're okay with that, yes, you may make an insight check.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just searching this guy up and down, figuring out what
Yeah.
he's
Yo,
about.
Yeah,
very
all of you are-
sus.
This guy with my life.
Atreus doesn't make an insight check. I'm just listening to this.
He was
you-
talking about Irina, right?
Yes. You're looking them up and down, right? All of you, and they start talking about Irina. You notice them faltering about it. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. Irina is great. It is only through the protection that our city has. Are you
Can I
familiar with
enter his
Strahd?
shadow and speak to him?
They have to be willing to allow you to speak to them.
Is he willing?
You attempt to see if they're willing to speak. As they see us like, oh, an Umbor phantasm. Hello. This one's a bit friendlier than the others.
Hello, sir. I cast Umberturgy.
Mhm.
So that the area around him is in a shadow.
Mhm.
It
They
seems
don't
as
look
if
too.
you are not telling us enough about this Irina character. Would you like to say more?
Are you familiar with Strahd? They look unfazed by the shadow that's on the ground.
Yeah, I heard of that guy. Some rich, fancy guy.
Oh, Well, this is how opportune. Right on cue. As I'm here at the graveyard, right? You begin to see an apparition appear, a ghostly green apparition. And then another. And another. And another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and over 100 green ghostly apparitions rise up from the graves. But they do not take notice of any of you. In fact, some of them walk directly through you in a kind of cold, like, ghostly feeling that feels cold inside, but no other ill effects. And they begin to walk north in one big group. There it is. Do you see all of those?
Sure do.
Yes, I do.
Absolutely.
And what did I just witness?
Watch a little bit
Understand what's happening.
longer. They kind of motion like a silence voice, with a silence to lips of their own, not to yours.
Do you know
Specify.
what these things are?
They look
More
like ghosts.
specifically?
They look like ghosts, and as you look at them more specifically, you see that they have equipment on them. Some of them have ropes, some of them have weapons, some have shields. Even Atreus, you notice one has a poleaxe, and they just start marching north, and they keep going. And with increasing speed as they go through the mist and start lighting up the way over to there, speeding up far beyond as little stars off in the distance through the fog. That's when it finally appears in view through all of the mist. Ah, there it is. That gleaming star, those stars over there. You see a castle looming right over the village of Borovia, standing on watch on top of a hill, a few miles away. That is Strahd, the Devil's Castle. And, well, all these people, they are like you. Former adventurers.
I'm not a ghost.
Ghosts.
Can I ask the priest, what does this have to do with Irina?
Well, now I'm getting there. You see, Strahd lives up there. But you would hope that they would stay up there, and they don't. Constantly, they terrorize us. Send their minions after us. Make our life hell, essentially. Well, because they want Irina for some reason, but they won't take her away. And I don't know why. It would make us everything so much easier. But how do I reconcile this? She's protecting us. You know? Anyway, I'm glad, at least for now, Irina's on our side and not on Strahd's.
Is this Strahd person go by any other names?
We often call him a devil. We often call him the Count. Well, typically there was Vistani to do that. But perhaps, above all else, they are known as Strahd, the Vampire Lord.
So, those people, those
Were they
ghosts,
dead adventurers?
Yes, to both of you. Adventurers much like yourselves, who had come here for one reason or another. And they die, as they always do, as all of you will too. As...
Now, I didn't sign up here to be dead. Now, I'm here to help you, and I'm trying to take care of my tasks here. First off, I need to find some sort of payment, some form of way of getting payment around these parts.
Well, if you're looking for payment, you're in the wrong village. There's a city to the left, to the west, however. That's where the Vistani often are. They're a bit more well off the nose of us under Strahd's watchful eyes, and they may be able to.
What is?
I keep thinking you're saying Vastayan, but you're not.
Vistani. The Vistani are, you may call them as another group of the personality, cultural would be the right word. They are brighter than us. They have more garish colors and. I'm sorry. Not to be prejudiced, but I don't like them. They're always so cheerful all the time, and it just doesn't feel fair when we have to deal with all of this.
Perhaps they
I
have
understand
made a
your
deal with the devil.
judgment, Father.
I wouldn't be surprised. But, by the way, given this is a short rest, here's what happens during a short rest. When you take a short rest, several of your ability features may refresh if they say they refresh on a short rest. Otherwise, one thing you can do is regain your HP. To regain your HP, you roll what's called a hit dice. It's in the center of your sheet, it says hit die on it. And when you roll that number, you spend one of your hit dice and heal by the amount that was rolled on it. So, who can demonstrate this? Nobody. There aren't that many people that are wounded. Perfect, just like that. Leopold, you spend one hit dice and have recovered 6 HP. Back up to rounding it out.
Oh, yes.
So anybody who's wounded can spend their hit dice in order to heal up. When you go to sleep, when you go to sleep and you have something called a long rest, you recover half of your hit dice back, rounded up. Alright, you have healed back up to full after taking this hour of talking and seeing these specters marching up to the castle. Oscar, you have healed up by 7 as well, also healing yourself back up to full.
So what I'm hearing here is there's greener pastures out west. I might be able to find a job out there.
That would be correct. There's not much here for you. Although, please, I offer you this knowledge, hoping you will still help me with my kid. He's a good lad. Book club leader. Used to love the rights till got turned.
I'll probably help with your boy. I would still prefer some sort of payment though. But I can worry about that when the time comes.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'll try to secure you lodging at the tavern. At least it's the least I can do. It's not much, but it's honest.
It is honest.
You have all gotten a short rest. What will you do?
Friends, I gather please. Gather together, please. My father told me that it is not my place to give judgment. I am to be a shield and a help, but not a judge.
Well, sounds very similar to me there, compadre. I'm a soldier fighting for a cause. I am to be the village's shield, per se. So, admittedly, I have to undergo this initiation. So, it's going to be here with you guys for a while.
You seem like a great person. All of you do. Which is why I asked. I can't give judgment, but the man in the castle seems like a bad man. Would you agree with me?
Oh, this individual Strahd, was it?
I don't remember his name, but yes.
Vidi, you were saying something?
Sounds rich fancy. I'm here for money. I ain't a good person necessarily.
Yes, but he is not a good person, is he?
Viri, what were you trying to say earlier? Sorry, you got interrupted.
It's my mic also, like,
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. I was gonna say, I'll remember and I'll let you know.
All right.
Then I believe he is my enemy.
Oh,
I want to help you and be by your side because we fought together and that binds us. Also, my father says.
Pretty bold making an enemy of the most powerful guy we know of.
Yes, making an enemy of Strahd is suicide. Quite literally, I've seen adventurers actually do that when they made enemies of Strahd. It's quite tragic, really.
I
probably we're
believe
not ready for any sort of combat with this Strahd fella.
I believe
say
we
for
should
now-
focus on what's ahead of us right now. What's ahead of us right now is we have a boy whom we may be able to help by securing some form of blood that won't be harmful to the village, and we need to secure our lodgings, and from there we need to perhaps we can see what we can do around here, or travel out west and see what we can do around the city there.
And
That sounds
Mary's
appropriate to
little
me.
girl. Mary's
priest
little
guy.
girl too.
I don't care what we're fighting for, as long as we're fighting something. Let's go kill some stuff. Come on. What are we waiting for?
You're gonna kill my boy? Look of
So what
horror
I was
on Donovich's
wondering
face.
here, you got any farms, cows, goats, sheep? I've seen
No.
churches pull in offerings. You could get some of those to feed your boy.
Irina usually is the one who goes out and grabs the food for us, essentially. We don't have any room for farms here in the village of Borovia.
She
How
does
long
that all
do-
herself. I'm impressed.
How long do her patrols last? Or when will she be back in the village, do you think? Or do you
They
know?
look up at the sky. You notice that it's always cloudy up there. Well, it's about the middle of the day right now. They'll probably be back in about 6 hours. They pushed themselves really hard for us.
Well, how about this? We just drug in, 4, 5 wolves for the tavern to cut up into the meat to feed the town. There should be plenty of blood there. We can probably use some of that and bring it back.
We
Right,
did
well,
just bring a handful of them direwolves here to this town, with the help of Irina, obviously. But most times when they're prepping the meat, they're just sort of just letting the blood drip. Maybe see if you can procure some of that.
alright, well, when you're ready, I'll secure you some lodgings. Just meet me in front of the church. They stand up and start heading to the inn.
Then I suppose we should see what we can do to get the blood.
Alright? I guess Atreus will just make his way back to town.
Alright, so you're all just grabbing the wolves and bringing them over?
No, we're going to see and ask what the procedures and how to get those wolves. Because all we brought them in, they don't belong to us. Technically, they belong to Irina because she kind of claimed them for herself.
Alright, you go in front of the inn and the wolves carcasses are gone.
Of course. Well, they're gone. They're probably inside. Just want to head in there, see if we can start asking?
Yeah.
I go inside.
Alright, you head inside, and here's what you see. In front of you is a tavern. Fairly, a bit cold looking in terms of the hue and the lighting. But there's one patron sitting alone at a desk, or a table, just kind of currently eating a pastry. While over on the other side is the innkeeper, who warmly welcomes you in. Hello, hello!
She looks
Don't be shy, don't be shy. Welcome.
Wow, she looks really sus.
I trust her with my life.
I don't trust her at all.
Barkeep.
I'm gonna
I am
continue
looking
sitting
for a
under
specific
Lars.
person.
I enter
Do you
there.
know where I could find them? A certain Robert Flay.
Oh, it's a little hard to hear you, Cabal.
I'm sorry. Give me a second.
I think I heard you say whether or not they know how to find a certain Robert Flay.
Yes. Barkeep.
Okay, there you go. A
We're
Robert
looking
Flay.
we're looking for a specific individual. Would you happen to know where I could find a Robert Flay?
Robert Flay? Well, the village here ain't popular, but I'll tell you where you could find some information about anyone you were seeking. Probably off to the city, over to the east, west, west. You see them like extending their hands out in front of their fans. West! I always get the two confused.
Yes, me too.
Oh, kindred spirits, don't go east, by the way. You'll just read over to the gate. There's nothing for you beyond there.
Wait, didn't we come from?
Oh, so you don't know? Interesting. You know,
I don't know a lot of stuff.
well, let me tell you, Sonny. Once you enter through those gates, you can't go back. You're stuck here. Forever! Isn't that interesting? As you see them smiling about this, they seem very happy.
Can I tell if they're like a little not right in the head?
They seem unusually enthusiastic, and that's about it. Like, they just seem enthusiastic about everything they say, no matter how morbid it is.
Yes.
Are they
it
color?
is
Are they
interesting.
Are they particularly colorful? Would you say?
Yes, they have very bright yellow vestments on, and a glittering yellow gold jewelry on them.
Vistani.
But
Jewelry.
we
Can
can
tell?
send.
Are
We
we able
can
to
send-
tell Vistani and, I don't know, like normal people?
Would you like to ask them if they're Vistani?
No.
Hey, you one of them Vistani people?
Why, yes! They don't seem offended by this, they're smiling.
Right. That explains it.
But we can send letters though, can't we?
Yes, you can.
Oh, great.
Just send the
My
letters
father
from here.
would be-
See, you can't leave. I could if I want to, but I don't. And I know a few people who could also leave. They deliver the letters for us outside of here.
Oh, great. My father would be very preoccupied. Or worried.
Excellent, excellent. If you're looking for anything that's outside of here, you come to me, you hear? I treat you good.
I want a cup of milk and warm
Lulu
milk.
runs
and
out of
honey,
patience and
please.
starts asking what they came here for. Well, would you perhaps be able to supply us with some amount of blood? For
Blood?
example, like Direwolf's blood, for example.
You see them answering your question while pouring the milk at the same time, in one fluid motion. Oh, the wolf carcasses! We have them in the back! You need the blood for something.
Yes, please.
They swing the glass over to Leopold and, like, deftly place it right in front of them. Sure! Here you go. They just go back into the back and just kind of lug it out, one of them.
Like a whole carcass, or?
Yeah, the whole carcass. I don't know why you need this, but you adventurer types are always asking for the strangest things. I've learned not to question it. Not after the last 30? I've lost track.
Got any buckets or something?
Buckets,
I
buckets,
believe
buckets,
this will be
buckets.
fine. But would you like any payment?
I can't stain my buckets with blood. It's one of my only good buckets around here. But, if you have any money, you could go to the shopkeeper. They're just down the street.
I believe that a carcass would do. Will be fine by itself.
Well,
But
you do with that carcass what you will. I wouldn't eat it raw, though.
do
They're
you,
smiling.
would you like payment?
No, it's fine. We had plenty.
Thank
Does it look like the wolf carcass decomposed anymore? I know.
Slightly,
Actually,
but
I was talking
not
about-
noticeably. it looked like it was actually cold to the touch, as if it had been stored in a cold location.
Would I know if a vampire eating it raw would be should be a good thing, correct?
You have Arcana proficiency, right?
Yes, I have a lot of proficiencies in this type
All
of
right.
thing.
There's nothing that you think would indicate that they wouldn't accept it, unless they had some reason not to.
Alright.
It's a negligible cost for the milk, like not even a gold piece. You easily have enough for it.
Oh, I asked Lars to pay for me. Lars, can you please pay for the milk? Thank you very much for your help
I
again.
believe we got what we came for, so I think we should take this carcass back before it gets any worse and see if this is enough to satisfy the boy or if we'll need to continue to source more.
Wait, what about that guy over there?
You look over to the corner, Viri, and you see just a man, a shabby-looking man, just kind of reading a book and eating a pastry on their table. They have not really taken much notice of you. You examine the pastry.
Gary wants to go and say hello to him. So.
All right.
This desperately trying to get Leopold to help carry the carcass back.
All right. Several of you begin to bring the carcass back over to there, as two of you stay here to talk, get a little chat in first. Cabal, you look at this pastry and it looks kind of like a pie, but the ingredients to your professional chef eye don't look familiar. Ah, hello.
Mystery pie.
Examines. Books are.
You. What kind of pastry is this?
It looks like smut, Lars.
What'd you say?
It's
What?
smut. Low grade smut.
Oh my god.
This is definitely a valuable book.
Instead of
Yeah. Can I sneak into this guy's shadow while he's not paying attention?
Yes, they are not paying attention.
Okay.
Except Tabiri right now. Why, hello.
Oh, what you got there, buddy?
One of the dream pastries, of course.
Pointing at the book, exactly.
Oh. They actually show you what's on the pages. It's like obviously pornographic.
She just looks at him in disgust. Reading and that? Are you kidding me?
Who's going to stop me? I have the whole tavern to myself today.
Speaking of, where is everyone else?
It's not a popular place, I'll tell you that. I'm usually the only one here. Except when someone gets thirsty. They seem callous. The streets are so empty and this person seems completely oblivious to everything around them. They don't care about even that their shadow has been overtaken.
Viri likes this guy strangely.
Yeah, I asked him where he got the pastry.
Just go outside. Morganta will get you covered. These things are delicious, my man, as they offer you a piece.
Where'd you get the book?
It's a local import. Alenka handled it for me. Thanks, Alenka. Anytime, sweetie.
I offer my familiar a piece of the pastry, and then take the rest for myself.
You taste into the pastry. It's strange. It's like a sweet but meaty. But it's good. It's a really good. Like, oh wow, this is a really good pastry. Hot
Wow,
damn, this pastry is great.
Dang! Wow, this is what I was looking for. Is the
you're
creator
looking
of this pastry perhaps Robert Flay? I am looking for him.
Well, if you're looking, I don't know anything about this Robert Flay dude you're looking for, but out there, Morganta's got more dream pastries. You can find them out on the streets. They won't be hard to find.
At once,
But-
and I grab. Who else was with me? Who else was interrogating
Lars
man?
is there.
Who's
Is
I
it was
was
just
looking.
us three, right?
Yeah, just you three.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
So-
4, counting the shadow.
Yeah. Yeah. So just us 4.
Yes. As you exit the tavern, actually, while you all are dragging that carcass over to the church, it's not hard to spot who they're talking about. As you see, an old, kindly-looking lady with boils on her face, moving a wooden cart over here, carrying, pies on it. These pastries that look identical to the one that the person inside was eating. Why, hello! Would you like a dream pastry?
Oh no.
They're only 1 gold piece. They are delicious, and they make
Wow,
you
that's
feel stronger.
Extremely expensive.
You don't know how good these are.
Can I try to steal one while she isn't looking?
Yes, so you absolutely can. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
I was
Can
gonna
we
ask
attempt
the
to
same
distract
thing.
her and give them advantage?
Yes, actually. You like, you look at you see the shadow moving around on the ground. Go ahead and make one more roll at your sleight of hand.
Okay.
They were busy looking over at the shadow as you grab one of the dream pastries off without them noticing. Huh. Did
Would
that
you
shadow
par-
just move?
Virio is gonna ask her, would she be interested in making some kind of trade for a pastry?
Oh.
Like, is there something that I could do for her so that she gives me a pastry?
They are discussing with this, Lars. You have advantage on the sleight of hand check. You easily enough just grab it at the same time, so now you have 2 dream pastries on you.
Hell yeah,
Uh,
steal one for me.
Well, I've always felt 1 gold piece always was a little bit undervalued for these. If you could... what could I want? You see them ponder momentarily. I know. If you can get me a wig. My hair is... You see, this hair of mine is falling out in tufts. As you see them, reach to their hair and, like, drop down, like, a bunch of it. It's fallen out lately. I've been thinking about getting a wig recently. If you happen to have one of those, or know where to get one, or make one even.
I
I
minor
could,
illusion a wig for her.
Oh, so this is what I'd look like.
I could sew you a hat. Pull out my weaver's tools.
Oh no, dearie, I'm not one for hats. It hides my best features.
Which are what exactly, Fury asked.
I go to the
Really asked her?
direwolf and I cut
Yeah.
a piece of the fur. I cut a piece of the fur of the direwolf and I'm like, wig.
Hey, now we kind of need those parts for the boy.
I'm
You
not
won't
interested in one of
You
those
don't need
legs.
that.
The
Hair.
fur.
You don't
Yeah, we
need
don't
blood.
need the fur.
Yeah, and the fur.
Fury tells her, I'll be on the lookout. If I find a wig, I'll let you know.
Thank you, dearie. Now, if any of you are not interested in buying these, I'll be off. Have a good
Goodbye,
day.
old
Hi,
lady.
lady.
Hey, Leopold, you want one? I got your money.
Oh, yes, please.
I'll pull out a gold coin and hand it out to her.
Oh. Well, here you are, dearie. Made of special loving care just for you. As you have acquired
Oh.
one more dream pastry.
I hand
Okay,
it
so
over
how
to
many do we have now?
Leopold.
Yeah, 3.
I
3.
have one.
I really like.
No, we have 4. I thought
she
Lars
made
stole
it
2.
hair
Oh.
for me.
Oh yeah, Lars did. You did steal 2. Sorry, you were correct. 4.
So, who?
Could we
who
like
wants a piece?
split these in like quarters so that all of us get some?
Yeah, I'm sharing mine with everyone.
Well,
Alright. So, yeah.
I would prefer not to eat one.
I mean, we've only got one pie here.
Check
and I make
Yeah,
sure
Nameless doesn't want one either.
I wait
Right.
for this old lady to get out of earshot. I've
They
only
are.
got one
They-
pie.
Oscar will take one. So that's
Okay.
I'll
4
take.
pies.
Well, I already took a bite from the other guy, so like, if that
Whatever.
hurt me, yeah, I'm already screwed. So I'll take another piece.
That logic.
I mean, like, you know, you eat it once, twice won't hurt.
I don't think any of you saw me take it.
Yeah, Lars was so quick. I doubt that anybody would. Lars, were you shared that you saw with any of them?
Nope.
Oh, that brings me to something. Another
Wow,
important
Lars.
point that I'm going to mention now. It is assumed by default that anything you know or say out loud is shared with everybody unless you specifically say otherwise.
I'm hiding mine.
Correct.
I'm not even
All right.
bringing them out for myself to eat.
All right. You all, collectively all think you have 2 dream pastries, except for Lars, who knows they have 2 more.
I bought one honestly on Leopold's behalf.
Dang. Man, it sucks to be broke.
Yeah, I have nothing.
Wait.
Wait, did you
You
guys
people have
roll for
nothing?
gold? Like, you know, at the
No.
beginning?
No.
They took standard equipment.
Oh, okay, I see.
I spent all my background gold. You can see like I've got a backpack filled 2 times wider than me.
You can all
Actually-
use my
Half the
gold.
time-
Oh, wait a second. I will. Dang. I didn't specify that in my background.
Well,
I would
think if we're all done dining on these pastries, maybe we can go ahead and start taking this wolf to the boy back there.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. But just to be sure, who's eaten the one of the pastries? Because he had enough to share around.
Me,
I did not partake. I gave my
Oscar.
pie for everyone else.
I did
I
not
do
eat.
eat.
So
I
I think there's enough that you could have like divvied up the 2 dream pastries that you had collectively bought to everybody who wanted to eat. If you partook of the dream pastry, here's what happens. It is delicious. Wow, these are good. These are some good. Even
Okay,
like whether you like something a little bit meaty or you like something a bit sweet like cake, these are some good pastries, and you feel yourself like stronger than usual, and you gain 3 and more temporary HP.
Cool. Very cool. Very legal.
Amazing.
How long does it last again? Temporary HP?
Shrug.
Until a long rest.
Until we lose
Until a
it.
long rest?
It lasts until you lose it or until a long rest. How long until you lose it? Shrug.
Okay.
Let's go
Alright.
start a fight.
Hell yeah!
Let's use those hit points.
Hey, you don't have to say that twice.
On your character sheet, you can document your temporary hit points on there. So before you lose your regular HP, your temporary hit points will get hurt first.
Do we just like +3?
Yeah, it should be like there's a section on your character sheet for temporary hit points.
Oh, hold on. I see it. Okay, 3.
Those were some good pies.
Those were some.
Don't have
good
stuff like that
pies.
down in Waterdeep. At least
Yep.
not in my pay grade.
Is the old hag still around?
No, they have long since left a corner.
Shit. Heck. Oof. I addressed the party. Underlings, I believe this is what we have been coming for. You have to find the creator of these pastries. I believe they are the person we were looking for, Robert Flay.
As you
He was
monologue
fired.
you monologue to an uninterested party as they except for Leopold.
They leave.
I really do. I really do.
Lars is somewhat interested. This guy,
know-
this Robert Flay guy, he got access to quality ingredients, huh? Got a lot of little money on him.
He seems to. These pastries aren't made with anything I've ever experienced in my life. And I happen to be an expert on the matter.
All right, all right. I'll help you find this Robert guy. I can get connections.
As Kamo keeps talking, I think Nameless is just gonna get really sick of this, and he's just gonna minor illusion this huge bird that opens its mouth and has a bunch of needle-like teeth, and roar at him, and then he's gonna strut away.
He doesn't listen to anybody when he's talking, so he doesn't even acknowledge the bird.
While you're doing this, Nameless, as you're moving through, out of the corner of your eye, you see a cat just kind of like curiously looking at all of you, and then it darts away.
Can I follow the cat?
Yes.
Can I follow the cat?
You follow
I
for the
follow
cat. It is not anywhere.
Oh, what did it look like?
It looked like a black cat.
It looked like me! Oh, I sit down where I last saw it and start meowing like a cat.
You start meowing, but nobody came. As you eventually all bring this wolf carcass over to Donovich, who has been patiently waiting over here. Hello, yes. So this is... Wow. Arena kills these things? I've been praying for so long,
Well, we kind of helped her this time, but either way, this should tide your boy over for a bit.
Yes, I sure hope so.
Oh shit.
Oh, whoa, what's this?
You can drag yourself in from the south.
Are we in the building or outside?
The entrance.
Oh wait, there are two Namelesses.
Every time. I keep clicking like the icon and not the letters. Because in my head it makes sense that you would click the icon, but it just throws me off every time.
I get you. I feel that.
Oh, everyone's there.
Yes, but Donovich does let you in pretty readily. And as you get closer and closer to the church, that's when you hear it. Father? Father, is that you? The blood? Just a little blood. I just need a little blood. I'm starving. I'm starving, Father. Father. Blood? Like that, just non-stop. Constantly. Every second. Every minute. That's what you hear.
I'll keep watch outside.
They're not
Is
outside.
Gareth
I think
go
they-
inside?
I would leech to him. You see the church in an absolute state of utter disarray. It's clear that nobody has mended or taken care of this thing in a very long time. Months, at least.
As I step
Where-
into the church, can
where
I do
is
an
it?
investigation check?
To
To investigate surroundings.
do you have investigation proficiency?
There's a blue check mark.
Yes, then you do. You don't even have to make a check or anything. You just see it that over inside of the open door that's over here, inside of this cabinet right here. No, wait, sorry, not over there. As you were walking in, apologies, you see the trap door that's over here.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize for the state of disarray here. I've not had time. My boy's down there. You see the chains on top just rattling as the wood is just hit and splintered every now and then. Boom.
It may be best that we don't all go at the same time. We don't want to spook him or make him aggressive.
He needs help. I can go. I'll
Oh,
help him.
hold on.
with you.
Hold on. He's probably gonna be quite vicious for the fact that he's lacking a little bit of blood. How about we either we drain this tiger here, or we allow him to just, I guess, suck it out of it directly. I don't actually know how vampires take their blood, honestly.
Would I know anything about this?
They would have to bite into it directly.
They need to bite into it directly, so the carcass would be still the best bet.
All right.
This will be fun to watch. Very says.
Okay, Padre. Is he like chained up in there, or is he just kind of just let loose down there?
They're currently let loose. Nobody could put restraints on them. I had to trick them to get them down there.
I
Okay,
think
okay.
we
Father,
should
I can
move-
hear your voice! I know you're up there! I just need a little blood. I'm starving, Father.
I think what we should do is we should leave the carcass close to the trapdoor. We should attempt to break open the lock on the trapdoor from away distance and let him come out and have the carcass be the first thing he
He's
gets
fast. You have to be careful. Don't let him run. He's fast.
to. And beyond that, we should guard the door. Father, you should probably step out.
They do, but you see that they're trying to keep a. They're trying to look. They're trying to look through the door at all times. Like
Gonna
trying to
have the
watch.
carcass in the center. And no matter
I
what
defend the
happens,
door.
try not hurting him.
Right, they give a key over to whoever would take the key.
Probably Fulu, because he's directing this.
Me. I'll take the key.
Okay.
Alright, I'll hold this door. He's not getting through here.
Does anyone... This might seem a little meta, but I think Fulu would also know about these. Does anyone have... Do we have any magic people capable of using Mage Hand or the like?
I certainly do.
Mage Hand would be our best bet here.
Cool, but I'm not
Would
a
be the safest.
Leave the
Then
body up front. Let's
Yeah, body here.
there's no need for us to be in the room when he needs it to take the blood.
Let me go ahead and get
So-
the wolf token.
Wait,
So
there's
wait,
a
who has-
window here?
So who has
Wait,
Mage
can
Hand?
we like kind of see what's going on from outside since you guys are like right by the entrance?
You would need a field of view of it.
Oh, so if we like move over here, can we see?
Go ahead and draw an arrow to see what you can see.
Where's the door?
Right
The door's
there.
right there. Oh, okay.
Right, so who has Mage Hand?
Cabal does.
And Cabal, okay. And he says he does, right? Or
Just right here.
when Fulu asks if anyone would have Mage Hand.
Yes.
Alright, can I ask for your help then?
Where's my
Take
assistance required?
We will need you to take the key with your Mage Hand and unlock the trapdoor using it. This will be the safest way of getting it unlocked, I believe.
Okay, do I have vision? Do I have vision?
From outside, you would probably have vision, like above. Or all.
Right around there.
Are there two nameless?
Where are there two namelesses?
Probably.
Oh
Ellie?
yeah, I see it too. That's kind of odd.
Oh.
Yeah, I see it.
I only see one.
It's okay. The other's
Oh.
gone now.
Okay. So yeah, so we Mage Hand the door open with the key.
All right. The key is with your mage hand. You move it over onto the padlock, and here's the lock. And the instant it turns, the hatch blows open. Boom!
Can I prepare a spell to cast if he rushes past the Direwolf?
Yeah, you can have something ready.
Can I just like slam through this door?
Hmm?
Can I slam the door closed?
Like that door that's right there.
Yes.
Yeah, you can keep it closed, but you see that right before as the hatch bursts open, you see Donovich look fondly. Oh my son, I haven't seen you in so long. As you slam the door shut.
I'm prepared to cast Shield of Faith if he bursts through the door.
Alright.
Blood!
Does he still sound like he's like shouting in there?
Blood!
For like blood?
Blood!
Or has he gone quiet at least?
Or we
You
hear ravenous.
That is
fighting
not a
sounds.
thing. I do not cast that.
Ravenous slurping, like.
So we're not able to see what's going on?
The door is currently closed, slammed shut by Atris.
Okay.
Blood!
I'm having a bit of trouble with roll 20. Should I refresh? Would everything be okay?
Yes, everything would be
Fine.
okay after refreshing it.
Okay.
Hmm?
It's not
Um,
loading anything for me. Sorry.
No worries. You hear from the inside. Just a little more blood. I just need a little more blood. A little more blood. Father, are you out there? Thank you for the blood. I just need a little more blood.
Need more.
That boy sucked that thing dry.
I mean,
He's
he's always gonna need more blood. We can't fix this problem like this.
he's suffering.
Oh, OC.
I think sating it for now may. Well, we'll still need to supply more in the future, but I believe stating it now might be the best solution for a temporary solution for the symptoms.
Is there a way to check if he's like normal now?
I mean, you hear more
sounds-
yelling from the inside. More blood.
Does he
I just need a little
does he-
more blood. Just a
does
little
he
more
sound
blood.
Any different
They
than
sound
before?
they're not calling out for their father quite as much, but they are just constant desperation in their voice. A little more blood. I just need a little more blood.
I think someone shrunk to try to secure another direwolf, perhaps offer payment if she's less happy about giving up a second one. And I believe we should keep some people here to guard the father in case he tries to go through this door.
Father, priest,
Y-
has
y- y-
he?
You just see Donovich crying as they look over to you. Yes, sorry.
Mhm.
I'm trying to compose myself.
Has he eaten before?
No.
A few months.
Ever since we trapped them down there. Never. It's been too risky.
Yes,
They could run away.
Lars speaks up from outside. So, y'all got a plan to put Pandora back in the box, or is that room his now?
We just need to get we should get another corpse. It should since this is his first feeding since he turned, it would likely take a lot more blood than usual.
I can probably head back to town, but you guys be all right?
We should be fine.
Alright, hey,
All right.
You book it. Make an athletics check.
All right, athletics, let's go.
Alright, just at your usual running speed, right? I presume you set your pole axe down momentarily and just like hustle.
Yep.
You find no resistance in acquiring a second direwolf.
Cool. Yep. He's not one for sticking around to chat. We'll just immediately book it back with the direwolf he's carrying.
He finds 10 corpses in the church.
Well, time to leave.
They're booking it toward the church. They see the 10. They just start booking away.
Oh, well, I tried. All right, if he gets here in time while they're still guarding the door.
Now the question is, how do we get this corpse to him? Is there
Big
a hole
yelling
in the roof?
inside. It's
It would be
constant.
Is
It'll
there
be
a
terribly
window?
unfortunate if this is not enough and he still needs more.
Is there a window anywhere? Can the vampire spawn fly?
You see no window inside of there. You know that vampire spawn can climb.
Is there a hole in the roof?
There is no holes whatsoever. Simply one really solid, sturdy, reinforced door right here. And stone walls all around.
Before we enter, holy man, how many dire wolves come to the village every week?
The dire wolves usually leave us alone in the village, but anybody that enters the mist is not so lucky.
No, the carcasses. Irina hunts them.
Oh,
How many?
I appreciate what Irina has done, but I never want to talk to her again.
That's how many do you think? It's important.
How would I know? Do I look like a wolf hunter to you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I lost my temper. I'm sorry. You see them like turn away and try composing themselves again.
Oh, I turn to the party and I say, like, now I'm dead serious. It will not be enough.
Well, here's the
Yeah, it's not gonna be enough.
here's the thing. What we could do, we could just knock the boy out, Padre. I hope you I mean no ill intent when I say this, but maybe he'll be a bit more complicit, and we'll be able to put him back into the area for a bit, if necessary.
I think we should leave the carcass outside this door, open the door with Mage Hand, and if it's not enough this time, we'll need to restrain him.
Yeah.
Hey, holy man, you got holy water or something that works against vampires, right?
Oh, whoa. We're not trying to kill him now.
No, just like sprinkle some on the floor. They can't walk over holy water or something.
He can climb.
Are they like virtually demons? Like vampires?
Vampires
well,
are
I mean, he's the
undead.
Devil Strahd, that's the big vampire guy. Why not?
I think, and please
Well, for now,
help
I'm
me.
gonna bring that direwolf in
What-
there.
I think,
how-
and please help me. Think with me. Because my father told me that sometimes there are people in suffering, and our hands cannot help him. I believe that if he is suffering and cannot cure him and cannot feed him because there is no food, I believe he should be put down.
No!
I think we can't.
How
come to
dare you!
any-
Wow.
Who are
I
you?
don't
Who
think
gives
we-
you the rights?
I don't think we can come to any such conclusion until we try out all our options.
I
Yeah.
had wanted to kill it from the start.
I understand your position there, Leopold. I really do. But I think as far as I can see, the boy is not a complete vampire. He still has a shot. So long as he's still breathing, I think we can find some way or some method to put him back into a more stable state. For now, it's just we don't have the methods. We can find them, we can. That's what I think.
Thank you. Thank you. You, how dare you? You man of religion, you dare say to kill my own living kin? All I have left is him.
Yumater preaches of sacrifice for the good of all.
Get
and
out. You get
preaches
out.
Of,
The rest of you can stay, but you get out.
and preaches of sacrifice of self. I go there. I risk myself, and I restrain
I think this is
him.
not a good time to be
If-
preaching here.
Yeah,
Leopold.
they do not seem receptive to your preaching as they just keep motioning for you to get out.
Fo tries to get Leopold to leave temporarily.
Can we intimidate the priest into letting us kill his boy?
I veto that notion.
I veto
That's
that
your
notion.
jam.
I don't.
There's enough
I-
inclination against doing that.
How many
Yeah.
people do we
I
need
moved
to veto?
I moved
It's
to
just
the
my
door.
determination. Like, if there's like enough for the situation, and it seems that there's not a consensus on that.
Yeah, this is pretty radical.
I think it's
Murder of a civilian at day one? Wow.
He's tech.
But they're not
Not
a
a
civilian. They've already
civilian?
died and turned into a vampire.
I mean, like, okay, so like this is kind of both in character, out of character. Like, I literally feel like, wait, based on the very first time he came in here, he's like, I need a lot of blood, and then now after the second one, he's like, I need a little bit of blood. I would be very surprised if the second direwolf carcass isn't enough, and I feel like we're just arguing here a lot for like very little gain. Like, I feel like the worst case scenario is that we
fair
open
enough.
this door, he tries to carcass, it's not enough, we have to restrain him, and then if we find that we're not capable of safely restraining him, then we can go into drastic measures on the spot. But
I don't even think that like it's possible to kill him. I mean, he hasn't actually fed or done anything like for the past like what months? Like how do we know that we can actually kill this person? Like I think it's way too risky for a level 1 party to go into.
I mean, you can blast a hole into the wall, because isn't it daytime right now?
You look out at the sky. It is currently
You mentioned
daytime,
it
but
was
there is
always
no
cloudy.
sunlight.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
no sunlight. Okay.
He said
Okay,
it's
well,
always cloudy here.
you can
It
stake
is
him
well
in the heart.
illuminated, though.
With what?
A
Like-
wooden stake.
A steak?
Is there any way to like break a wall?
There's like a bunch of wood over here you can use to make a stake.
I doubt it's the right flavor of wood.
Does there
Yeah.
does there have to it has to be a flavor of wood?
It does not.
Also,
Any wood would suffice for a steak as a vampire for anybody who has a common knowledge, you notice.
We also just fed him wolf. I don't think there's gonna be enough ingredients to make another steak.
Hey,
Oh my god.
Wrong steak.
there's a lot at
That was
stake.
a bad joke. Okay.
All right, shall we?
Don't make a
attempt
mistake.
To at least feed him one direwolf.
Gonna go back outside before you guys do that.
Yeah, let me take a few steps back too.
Viri is not moving. She would love to see what's going on.
As
Also,
I was
Cabal
interested
doesn't even
in killing
acknowledge
the
what kind
boy,
of
I
anger
shall
he might be
too
in.
be sent outside.
Our Trace is gonna look at the father. Hey, Padre. Your boy maybe a bit more sane now. See if you can get him to go to the other side of the room and just wait there for a bit.
I understand. Doru? Doru, can you hear me? Father, are you finally speaking to me? Father, I just need a little more blood. Why aren't you answering me? I just need a little bit more blood. Doru, there are some people here who are trying to help you. Go to the other side of the room and don't move, okay? This is your father speaking to you, okay? Okay, Doru? Do you understand me? Father, would this help me get a little bit more blood? Just a little bit more? Yes, Doru. This will help you get a little bit more blood. It's okay. Just stand on the other side, okay? You hear some shuffling from inside the room.
All right. Here goes.
I think I would be the best one to bring the corpse in. If he attacks me, I think I would have the best shot at defending myself.
Atreus is quite certain that he would be better at this.
I mean, could go together.
Well, yeah, I guess. Either way,
I'm prepared. Either way, I do prepare to cast a spell if he charges us.
I opened the door.
Get on the
Alright.
floor.
Alright,
Also,
so
I
you have the
motion
wolf
Father
carcass.
to back away.
You
Yeah,
have the carcass, right? And you open the door and I guess try to chuck it in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Nothing attacks me while I do this.
You open the door and you see that they are not actually on the other side of the room, but actually they drop down from the ceiling on top of the direwolf and start feasting on it. Blood, 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 blood. The other direwolf is just a husk on the ground over there, completely desiccated. Blood,
Okay.
blood, 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 blood.
Close the door. Didn't attack us at least.
Father? Yes, Doru. Father, if I could ask, do you have a little more blood?
Oh lord.
I said to put the boy down. He is too hungry.
But it seems like he's speaking in more coherent sentences now.
Father, I know you just got this for me, but I could use a little bit more. I'm sorry, Father, I'm giving you so much trouble. It's just a little bit more blood.
Cool.
How much more?
I'd like
Well, he actually
to.
sounds a lot better, at least.
Mm-hmm.
At
I
this point, we've
think
taken half of the
things
town's
smarter.
food.
Well, we can always
Maybe.
pay them back. We could always give them. We could always just hunt more wolves. They weren't exactly the hardest things to hunt. Maybe.
We may need to
Is
hunt more.
being smarter a good thing when he hunts? I am afraid.
I am not afraid, I am untrusting. Creatures
No.
of the hunt will always hunt.
And we
So
don't
how are
even know
y'all
if we
putting
can
him back
save
in his
him.
hole?
Well, here's the thing. We could try asking for another direwolf from the town. They're quite receptive to the fact that we can just ask them to give willingly. It's kind of creepy, really. Irene's already on the hunt, so she's bringing more food as is already. And she normally already stockpiles for this entire village by herself, apparently. So
If it
I
comes
don't
down-
think I don't think the town is going to be in any dire straits of food.
If it
Or-
comes
So
down
there
to
will
it, I don't
maybe we
mind
can.
going out hunting for
Yeah, I was
hunting
gonna say the
myself for
same
a
thing.
source.
We can just go hunting ourselves. But we don't know what's
Who's
out
to
there.
say we'll be able to find our way back in the mist?
Well, we will definitely. There's definitely a way to find a way back. Either way, as Rita manages to do it herself every time. So Irene manages to do it herself every time. So as long as we make sufficient preparations, I mean, perhaps we can ask Irina if there's a trick to it, or perhaps they have maps or some other local way of finding their way back.
All right. So is it agreed that we get another direwolf?
No.
No.
No. Okay. So what are we doing here?
We
You hear
either
some
kill
light
him or we
call.
just walk away. We're done.
You just hear some light clawing at the door.
Yeah, I
that's
want
it.
to help him.
What's the door made of? It's
This
solid?
door?
Reinforced.
It's very solid wood, yeah.
Made of door.
And he has months to bash away at this wood door.
No,
Identify
the trapdoor. But he was at the trapdoor before.
Yes,
If we
but now he
abandon
isn't.
him now, he'll get hungry again, and then we'd have to bring more food.
Yeah, and what's between him and the town is this door.
Well, previously it was a trapdoor.
And the door.
It's harder to bash from below to upwards than.
I've been reinforcing the trapdoor when I had the chance. Much like I suppose I'll have to reinforce this door regularly.
Well, your boy seems to be in better state as of now. For now.
Yeah.
Well, we can worry about getting more food for him later.
Yes.
We can just wait for Irina to come back so that she tells us how she hunts.
I
Who's to
think
say we have
since,
that long?
since the boy's been down there for several months without feeding, I think another day should not set him back all the way. I think the food
Yeah.
we gave him now definitely helped sate most of it, or a lot of it.
Maybe I can sleep a little better tonight.
Could you ask him, based on Direwolves, how much more he thinks he'll need?
Doru? Doru, how much more blood do you need? Father, I just need... One more? Yeah. One more. Anyone with insight proficiency
He's lying.
They do not sound believable in the slightest.
I roll a 1 in insight and identify it as signs of addiction that will never end.
I see. Begrudgingly, it seems that even the father seems to believe that this is they also can tell that they're just lying about this. See, Doro, I'm going to give you that little bit of space up there for now, okay? We're not going to put you back down. Just don't break this door. Okay, father. But will you promise me more blood? Yes, Doro. We'll get there. You see as they start reinforcing the door.
I just noticed there's a whole other conversation going on in the chat.
Yeah, that's a good spot to have side conversations if something else is going on. But otherwise,
Yeah.
the door is now reinforced and cannot be easily opened anymore.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are we doing now? Are we waiting for Irina? Or are we leaving this dude here?
Well, I secured your lodgings over at the inn while you were out grabbing things. you see that they like pat their face to their forehead again. Just thank you. The inn said that they will take you for free, and thanks. Thank you.
Your boy sounds a lot better. We'll find that cure eventually. No worries about that, friend.
I certainly hope so. Leopold feels a bit strongly about the other way, but regardless, Leopold is currently not welcome inside of the church. And you all eventually begin heading to the inn, I imagine. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Wrong song.
We've got the cha-cha music now.
It's not the cha-cha music. There you go. No cha-cha music here.
We're not in cheery states.
I was thinking something like that, Lars. But...
I was thinking we could follow Irene when she does one of her weird little hunting trick, but we don't know where she is right now.
have pies.
Yes, it is kind of weird, isn't it?
Pies either. Where does she make them from?
So if the priest isn't following us, Lars is just gonna like open a random house door, see if anyone's inside.
You try reaching for the door, and it is currently locked on your way over to the inn.
I would like to change that if possible.
Can we listen for anyone inside?
A lot of the houses do seem kind of empty, but Lars, you can attempt to make your lockpicking check.
Oh, sorry, clicked it twice.
Alright. The first time as you try to do it, it's audibly loud enough, and you hear some voices from the inside. Who are you?
Just check and make sure your lock works. Have a nice day. Keep walking.
you don't
believed him.
You don't see any. You don't hear anything else from the inside. What you do hear is, do you really think they believe that?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Wait,
so I
who said
suppose
that?
not.
Wait, who said that?
Oh shit! Turn around.
Before you, right behind you, Lars, as you turn around from the lock, stands in front of you. Even without seeing their name, yes,
Strahd.
It's Strahd.
Robert, is that you?
I say to him, "Hello, you are my enemy."
I see.
Wait, you're not serious. There's not Strahd there, right?
That is Strahd there. That is definitely serious.
Fuck.
And the instant you say
thought-
that to them, Strahd walks up to you.
Attack.
Well,
Give
we
me a
found
second.
Strahd, so.
I have to die.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think we're gonna fight him, you guys.
Strahd walks up to you, bites you with such swiftness that you can't even react in time. And they drain so much of your blood, you are at 1 maximum HP.
Nailed.
What?
No, wait. If I thought it was really serious that Strahd was there, I would not have said that.
Alright, you did not actually say that then.
I don't know.
Like walking on the street, you know? I thought we were joking.
He approached Sunny from behind.
Are you Count Strahd? Fu turn and takes initiative to ask.
Yes, and welcome to Borovia. How are you enjoying your time here?
Okay.
It's a bit musty. It's a bit
So
quite dark.
stinky.
All right.
Oscar, you look all around, right? You were. I mean, like Lars was. Their back was picking. They were picking, right? But to everybody else, nobody saw them appear either. Just one moment they weren't there, and then the next moment they were.
Altreus is doing his best poker face to not appear to be quite intimidated by this.
Viri has kind of no fear, like even in the face of the worst, like the scariest enemy, because like in a way she just like even wants to die and get it over with. So she's just like, so you're that famous guy that ruined this village, huh? You sure did a number on these people.
As you say, ruin this village. You see that like their eyebrow twitch mildly as they answer, their fangs clearly bared. I wouldn't say ruined. I allowed them to live here, and they enjoyed their time here. Simple. Don't you agree?
I'm deadly scared. I'm shaking.
Dang.
I look at him and I'm like, the milk here is good, and so are the pies. But the people are sad. They shouldn't be sad.
Well, that's more of their fault. I'm not really doing anything to them. Now, you look at them sizing you all up and down. Interesting. You know, they start pacing. We get a lot of adventurers here in Borovia. And most of them do not go very far, but I like all of you. I have a good hunch about all of you, as they put their hand on Lars. Like that.
Hey, pal. How's it going?
I believe we can get along. Right, I do not know what the people, they tell you, but I am not a mean guy. Not mean. I could actually use a favor.
Like an upstanding citizen, I can appreciate you. And he sort of like reaches out to shake Strahd's hand.
Strahd shakes it back. Very well, very well. There is something I could use the resistance with. You will help me. That's not a question, as Strahd begins to lead you all somewhere.
Lars is following. I mean, hey,
Yep.
if you could get us digs in your sweet castle there, I mean, I'd be happy to follow along.
Yeah, right?
Adrian is just following behind. Still trying to give their best poker face, but they are absolutely terrified right now.
Unless you look around for the black cat, but you do not see one. As Strahd eventually takes you up to this house over here. Far away from the village. And it kind of just looks like this.
It's Gru's house.
Wait a second.
Ah, yes. You see, a long time ago, inside of this house, I had a rose. A very, very special, important rose. And I would like you to go in and take it for me. Simple, yes?
Hey, that's my specialty, pal. Getting in and taking stuff.
She's like,
Perfect, perfect.
okay, and just like starts walking towards the entrance. Not even
Atreus with his best poker face is like, Strahd, sir, well, like, what kind of payment can I look at for retrieving this, rose of yours?
Strahd looks at you. That's a reasonable question. I did not expect you to do this for free. I was going to save it as a surprise, honestly. How does 500 gold pieces sound? For each of them.
Hold on a minute.
For 500
Lars
gold
is already
pieces,
pulling out his
considered your rose returned. As
Yo!
I mean, can we honestly think about why he would want this rose?
Hold on.
Atreus doesn't question.
God.
Yeah, like
Lulu
there's,
questions
I
it.
feel like the party is kind of divided based on the characters, but like some of us don't care why.
Is anybody going to ask them why?
Lars already has his lockpicks in the lock.
Someone
Okay,
should,
we're
but
getting
I'm not
500
nearby.
gold.
I'm going to be asking.
Yes,
Now hold on. Strahd.
Mhm.
It's my
Yes.
understanding vampires cannot enter into a home unless they are welcome.
Correct, and that is
No.
why I have not done it myself.
So why are you unwelcome in this home, if this flower was once yours?
Ah, because you see, the people who live here are dead, and have been dead for a while.
Who lived here?
Ah, the Dursts. Yes, the Dursts. Loving family. 3 kids. 2 wives. A man. It did not go very well, I'll tell you that.
And how did they die?
What concern is it to me? Their souls will return back eventually. Nobody escapes from Borovia, even in death. I know, I tried.
So I see.
You want
Well,
to leave
I-
Borovia?
Who doesn't? Don't you agree? Have you not seen it with your own eyes? You see, I'm approaching closer to you, Viri. Have you not seen the distress? The anger? The ways? The frustration? The monsters? There are no good solutions in Borovia.
Yeah, but you've built quite the empire here. Why would you want to leave?
I have been alive here for a very long time. And I've seen and done many things. It would be nice to get out into the world a little bit, don't you think? Stretch out my legs. Get a little bit of exercise.
If I thought that, I would never come here.
You certainly have a tongue. I appreciate you. We need more of that. Everybody always Strahd this and Strahd that. But a little bit of backbone is more interesting every now and then.
Fulu speaks up.
Thanks,
But
man.
Bethani's are free to come and go.
Yes, you see, back many years ago. Hundreds, I'd say. It's been so long, I've lost track. After a certain accident, I happened to be too wounded. But the Vistani, they took care of me. And I rewarded them. And you can all expect the same. You listen to me, you treat me well. I reward you well. Simple, yes.
What's the rose for?
The rose? Ah, I have missed that rose. I have not seen it in a while. And since I cannot enter the house, I would like it back. Simple. I like beautiful things.
Is that why you want to find Irina?
Think you're
They,
asking
like-
questions you don't want the answer to.
So you will enter the house, and you will retrieve my rose. I'll see you back.
Lars,
I do not run.
Lars, how's it
Or I will
going
find
with the
you.
lock picking over there?
I'll first try to see if it's just unlocked. Try to open
It is locked at the front door.
Right.
That door.
Wait, why don't we just
You-
smack a window?
Because you pick it open with relative ease before you consider opening the window. Lars opens the door.
I'm sorry, but everything I do is with brute force, so clearly I wouldn't think about lock picking. Okay.
Just
Hey,
wait through the window even though
you-
the door is open.
You can be my break-in buddy. I pull a crowbar out of my backpack. Here you go. Something a little more forceful.
Nice.
Hell yeah, I love smashing windows.
Well then, I would see you back when you are done. Oh no, but don't run. I will find you if you do. And with that, you see Strahd leap, their cloak twirling around them as they transform into a black cat and dash away.
Kitty.
Oh no, that was
Oh.
fucking Strahd.
Right,
And
so
that
rich
is-
people,
That
they
black
pay big
cat.
money for trinkets like this. Get in, get out, easy peasy.
Alright, and with that, that's a great spot to end off the session for today, as all of you actually gained a level up.
Hey.
Yay.
Oh lord.
Oh lord.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't exactly know what that means. So
Yeah.
Alright, I will help anybody who needs to level up, but yeah, I'll just end that off.